Yeah, I think it's like, what was that on? What was Nathan for you on?
Comedy Central or something? Or...
I think
it was.
That just shows like the budget difference between
was before
the two. I think. Like you give that guy
new stuff is on HBO.
You give that guy set money, HBO money, he's gonna cook.
I think it ended up getting bought out.
Spoiler alert. If anyone hasn't seen the
Are we rolling?
the last rehearsal, yeah we're rolling.
But we don't have to. We don't have to include this.
Yeah. But anyway, let's introduce everybody. I'm Joe Penzvalto. This is
Gheramy Demery,
and this is
Jacob Koestler.
Jacob Koestler.
I'm excited. I've never been on a podcast.
Really? That's
I don't
surprising.
think so.
You've only filmed one that was happening.
You were
true.
You were near a podcast. One time.
You're podcast adjacent.
Sure. I've filmed a lot of shit that I haven't done in my own life, and it makes me like kind of cringe at night where I'm like, I expected someone to do something on camera that I wouldn't do on camera.
Right.
Trying to pose as some sort of empath, and here I am being like, oh yeah, get deeper.
So you're a documentary filmmaker. Have you ever made anything that wasn't a documentary? Have you made a fictional
experimental stuff,
dramas and stuff? Yeah.
A photographer and artist, so the first stuff I made, was all experiment. Like, wanted to start thinking about multimedia installations in galleries, so I was working on experimental films. Some stuff was fictional. I mean, a lot of that's fictional or not anything. It's all symbolism. Yeah.
But you've made documentary films that have like run on festival circuits, and you've toured in support of those films. That's really cool.
Yeah, my childhood friend Mike McDermott and I have been making docs since 2018. Got me out of the house again. Pulled me out into the world with a camera, wanting to meet people. Caught the bug. Never really want to go back. The whole thing. Yeah. I love it.
That's so cool.
I can't imagine having to do a documentary though, because there's just so much involved with filming one. And then trying to organize all of it at the end is got to be insane.
I would be outside of my house, taking my dog out, and he'd just be he lived across the street from me. He'd just be smoking a cig and being looking so exhausted from editing. It's crazy.
Sometimes, I mean, editing, the cinematography, the directing of it all, awesome, great. I feel like that's a fucking 10th of it, a 20th of it. I don't even know the fraction, the actual producer mode of it. We need money for this. We got to build a team like this. Film festival submissions. What's your plan for getting the world to see it? All of that, those hats. But in the end, I feel like that's the important work. That's
funny. I did over last summer. I did a TV. I was filming a TV show out of Columbus with a shoestring budget to begin with, but they had already blown most of the budget on the first film crew before I took over.
Sure.
And it was most of the shit wasn't even really usable, so we had to refilm a bunch of stuff. And I've never filmed, directed, and edited a show like that ever. And the fact that they gave me the opportunity to try it for the first time was a lot of fun. I learned a lot for sure.
Yeah.
And with us having no budget, I was light, sound, everything.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to see the finished product of what you were working on?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard to get to that final step where you are just all right, it's done.
Yeah, I hope that our movie premieres sometime between January and March of next year, the one we're working on now. But you caught me at this moment where I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know when anybody gets to see it,
The one finished piece I saw of yours was We Will Speak.
Oh yeah.
I saw that at the Cleveland International Film Fest when you guys were showing it there.
Sweet premiere. Yeah.
It was a nice experience. A very uplifting film about the Cherokee language.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Go watch that movie. I think it's Native American Heritage Month for free on Canopy. Canopy. Can we hype things? Probably not.
Yeah.
I want to hype that. That's
free advertising.
If you've got a library card, then you've got a free streaming service. If you're in Cuyahoga County, it's the most rentals. I was talking to Joe before this that you can get. I hope it's the next I hope it's the next wave of streaming, you know? Like, as, I don't know, that bubble's got to pop, right? It's got control over all distribution right now.
My family, my dad grew up on a reservation in Belcourt, North Dakota. We're the Ojibwe, a part of the Chippewa Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
Do you have any language left?
No.
Like, are they fluent speakers?
There are a few on the reservation, but not really. Yeah, there's like maybe 2.
Yeah.
If that.
Got to get those audio recordings done, you know?
Yeah.
I remember I saw this movie called Songcatcher way back in the day. Ever see that movie? It's about like this lady in she like is from New York, but she goes to like Appalachia just to capture all like the old like Hillsong things that people had from like.
Oh yeah.
It's a really fun movie. It's a drama.
Is that Apple Shop? Do you know?
What's
like
that?
who produced that? Apple Shop is like an awesome. I don't know what you call them, production company, but residency. Youth outreach, but it's all about propulsion of Appalachian stories, getting them out there, be it like video camera, audio recording back in the day.
But this had like big
their
movie
archive
stars
is
in it,
huge.
like the girl who ended up doing like the Phantom of the Opera, big movie star was in that. But it was just all about this lady going around with like a phonograph like recorder. It's like etching like the record in real time, like way back. It's I forget when in time it takes place, but pretty primitive technology. Music in the film is great. It's just like all these old like basically like country roots songs that we never would have had unless this crazy like lesbian lady had been recording it at this early point in time. She was awesome. Awesome movie. But I don't know. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
thanks
cool
for bringing up the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go see it. Anywhere aside from Canopy that people can see it?
Not right now. No, we did tours, the festival circuit. I don't know. Whatever. Said things fell through with PBS since January of this year. Yeah. That just I've never been so affected by a federal government in my life with my art. Like it's
pretty up and
I mean like I've always been liberal and have fought for something, but I felt like it was like for someone else, and now I'm just like, fuck, this guy hurt my feelings. This guy hurt my well-being, my like but yeah, for now Canopy, and maybe I don't know, maybe forever. That's where it lives. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Do you have problems getting into film festivals because it was on a platform?
The platform came after.
Oh, okay.
We did everything pretty in order, and we're trying to follow the same rules now, and the rules are even different, and it seems more strict now. But yeah, everybody wants the premiere, or like you want the premiere at the film festival, then you can move into a theatrical run. Then what? We did some tours at universities and galleries, museums. That was the most fun.
That's
awesome. That was like talking to people, meeting people, really good showings. And then after that, we moved into educational distribution, which anybody watching this, I think that's the actual like money maybe in documentary, like because libraries, institutions, K-12, all of those people have to buy the rights to your film to screen it for their students. So that's an actual like royalties. And that doesn't, if you sort of unpack all the parts of film, right, there's no real royalties in nonfiction or reality.
Right.
Like you haven't paid actors, you haven't like made any deals like that. So institutions buying or leasing your film is really it. Yeah. And then from there, entertainment distribution. Maybe that was a little bit of faux pas. Like, I mean, my crew's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? Why are you?" But
you gotta make your nuts.
there are,
right?
there are people. Yeah, there are people who like. I mean, there are people who want to sell the package deal. Like maybe people want the entertainment distribution before the educational distribution, or maybe you can sign with somebody who's going to offer both. PBS often offers both. I would say that PBS is in the biggest moment of flux that they've ever been in.
Yeah.
Just because of funding right now.
I mean, it's kind of almost reminiscent of like what was going on in 2016 when his first run. You know, like or Yeah, he got elected in 2016, right? Am I remembering that?
Yeah,
correctly? Okay. I thought I was getting blank stares like, oh, like
Took office in
yeah.
No, I
like
just tried to
January
make sense of
2017,
2016. It's not a hot topic year,
Yeah,
right?
that's the year Diane Reeves. She went off the air.
You're right.
She just couldn't. It was wild listening to her show towards the end because she just couldn't understand the rhetoric. Like it seemed like she's been in broadcasting for so long,
Legend, yeah.
and at that point you'd think she had seen it all.
Yeah.
But even she was saying like, I've never seen anything like
There
this
was a
before.
memification of everything at that point, where
Yeah.
everyone was just coming at each other with like the worst thing they heard on the internet about the other side. And, like,
Yeah.
God,
does
but now
become-
all of that is just like
oh yeah.
blown up. Like now,
Yeah, the division is really crazy right now, and the rhetoric is hair whitening on both sides. I can see all the time.
Yeah.
Some people are like, "Yeah, we're gonna murder all of you," and other people are like, "I don't like women," and you're like, "Women? Like, what? What's going on here, guys?" Crazy
You're like, I'm
stuff.
lonely and I hate them.
Well, that's not really the best bait to lure a girlfriend in.
Right, yeah, desperation.
Pure hatred. I don't
Hey.
think anyone's gonna go for that. you know?
Hey, worked pretty good for me.
Jeremy is a hateful incel. No,
No, I'm just desperate, really.
Desperate.
Just desperate.
no, I think there's plenty of people lining up for the Jeremy experience. Seems.
Nope. It's a short line. Now I've whittled it down to one.
That's lovely.
It was the first one to walk up, really.
It was like The Bachelor.
Sold. Yeah.
Bachelor, except you had a whole bucket full of rotten flowers that never got handed out to anyone. Did you do anything for Halloween with the lady?
Nope. Yeah, she had the kids and everything, so and I hadn't met them yet.
Did she go trick or treating with them?
Yeah.
What about you, Jacob? You take your kid out?
did yeah. I live in like a nice little like circle street lake community thing. They shut it off to cars. We get to walk around. And then I took the first solo trip, me and my 2-year-old, to see my mom in Pennsylvania for trick or treating on actual Halloween.
Does she live in a pretty populous area where there's a lot of houses?
We got a
Giving
lot
out
of
candy?
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids coming through, but it was freezing and windy. It was frigid. I took my daughter in right quick and then just handed out candy from my mom's house.
Was that her furthest drive so far?
No. We've done a lot of drives, but me, my wife Anna, and the baby. This was our first like just me
Solo
and the baby.
dad and the
Yeah, dad and daughter trip.
I've never done that. Yeah.
Yeah. It went great. It took a lot of planning, a lot of learning, right? It was like, we leave at this time. This is her nap time. And I hope to make the most bang out of my buck for a 3-hour drive that she'd stay asleep. And like, man, it worked. She woke up like 20 minutes before we got to my mom's. And she was kind of just like, where are we? And then it was like, going to be your grandma's, your favorite place. And she was just like, yeah, we are. Yeah. And I was like, shit, this plan worked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there was a bunch of nuance, but we don't need to get into it.
My wife and I took Sunny out. We dressed as I was Phil Hartman's character from Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I saw your costume.
Captain, I forget what his name is, but Caroline, and she was Miss Yvonne, and Sunny was Pee Wee.
You guys look great.
I'll post something right here.
Thank you.
And it'll be like,
Yeah. Well, you don't have to
Let's hold
go
it
there.
together.
yeah.
All you need to go to is Pee Wee Herman's official Instagram because
You posted it? I saw it.
They
What?
posted it.
Yeah,
Nice.
the estate.
I was like, that's awesome.
I got reposted by Emo Phillips recently. I'm so pumped.
Wow, that's
I got
awesome.
him to sign my tribal identification card. I was so excited because he doesn't sign anything that isn't his own merchandise or has his face on it. He will not sign it. And I got
Tribal ID card is merch now.
Yeah. So it says, I think it says like, thanks for the Wapham Emo Phillips on it. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, that's awesome. I was pumped.
Oh, but anyway, we took Sunny to the street. It's called Scarborough in Cleveland Heights, but they call it Scareborough for Halloween because it's a tradition. Because it's a really nice street, and everyone like makes amazing displays like for Halloween, and everyone from all around just like goes there, and it's a very crowded street. But I was just like, I kept seeing these like people with their dogs there. It was like so chaotic, like little kids like running around, and these dogs were like spooked. Like one dog like lunged at like Sonny, like a little a corgi like lunged at him. I had to like scoop him up. And I was like getting so mad.
Yeah.
And like as we were walking away from that guy, Carolina was like, "Don't say anything." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about dogs on this street right now."
Oh,
I was
real
like,
tough guy.
I was
He
like,
did say something.
I was like, seems like kind of a stupid idea. And Carolina was like, "Shut the fuck up." But I was just like, dude, like having a little kid that's like dog height is making me hate dogs. And I
Yeah,
love I have a dog tattoo. Like I was like before I had a kid, I was
Yeah,
like,
two
dogs
boxers.
rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 boxers. Although
Googly eyes.
if you have a kid and you want a dog, I can't vouch for boxers enough. Like I come from a family of 8 kids. We always had a boxer. It was nothing but like gentle to like everyone. And our dogs were always great with humans. My one dog, my older dog, like hated other dogs for some reason. It was like she was afraid we were gonna love the other dog more than her. So
Yeah,
she
she ended up getting along with Stella, that dog, right?
Well, that was the older dog. Sadie
okay.
was the younger
Yeah.
one. Sadie always liked other dogs and other people, but like, yeah, the only aggression probably I ever had with a boxer was like hating other dogs.
Sure.
But yeah, walking around seeing like these guys like walking like pit bulls with like the body of like a lion, all like muscular. I'm like, get this dog the hell off of this trick or treat street. Oh, your dog loves Halloween. Yeah, it can't miss it. Like your dog's gonna have depression because it didn't go out on Halloween. No, take it out tomorrow. It'll be fine.
It's gonna be fine. I was surprised at how chill my dog was. He was just like, we only had maybe like 3 kids like knock on the door at most, and he was just like whatever, and just he didn't even bark. I was shocked. 'Cause normally he's like a fucking psycho.
Mm-hmm.
And,
But when enough stuff is going on constantly, your dog will understand it and be like, all right, yeah.
He's been so chill at the new place. It's been wild to see, because he used to bark at anything that walked by.
Is your
And
dog
now-
named after Buckley from the Royal Tenenbaums?
No, he's named after Jeff Buckley.
No, Jeff.
Yeah.
Because the dog in the Royal Tenenbaums that gets killed by Eli Cash, can
I sneak out? Real quick?
yeah. The dog that gets killed by like what's his name,
Buckley, yeah.
Owen Wilson's character, like one of the kids is like Buckley's dead.
Oh,
And then they get a Dalmatian at the end.
yes.
So when you said your dog's name was Buckley, I was wondering if that was a
Maybe.
Royal Tenenbaums reference.
Well, I'm not going to ask my ex-wife to figure it out. So I'm going to go with Jeff Buckley, and then we're going to leave it at that. Yeah.
But Buckley ruined your couch recently, right?
A he
newer couch.
destroyed the couch.
Ugh.
And then I had to go pick up a new one. And actually, they went pretty smooth. And then now, like, I fixed the old couch a little bit. Enough where if he fucks it up even more, who gives a shit? And then the new couch is like one of those Amish-style couches. Really? So if he just fucks up the, like, pads on it or the cushions,
Oh, it's
not a big deal.
replaceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. I was telling you when you told me that via text. When I was like 21, I was like, had a good week working construction, and I went to like Flower Child, this like fancy vintage place. And I was like, babe, pick out any couch you want. And she was like, how this cool like white pleather one with like wire legs. I was like, that's sick. And it was like $700-800, which was like a fortune to me at the time. But I
Yeah.
was like, I got you. And that was right when we had our younger dog, who's pretty new. And I was like, this will be great for the dogs because it's like you can wipe it down. It's like pleather, and like it'll just be like I bought it with the dogs in mind. But then we went out to dinner one time and came back, and the couch was just completely eaten. And I was like, I knew it was a new dog. I knew it was the old dog. I was like, you just to the old dog. I was like, you just sat here and watched her do this. You didn't stop her, really.
Sometimes you gotta let somebody party.
Yeah, but yeah, it's part of growing up, because now I have a kid. I don't think my kid's gonna do anything quite that destructive, and I've already like experienced that and dealt with it calmly, and
Sure. When they're kids, they're gonna fuck some shit up. It's gonna happen.
But you see some parents yelling at their kid for like spilling their apple juice, and you're like, what's gonna happen when something really destructive happens? Like, some people need to work on their anger problems.
I just met the kids for the first time tonight.
And you yelled at him, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was very abusive.
Great
I
first
looked at the
impression.
biggest one. I knocked him out first.
That's what they say about prison. You got to find the
Yeah,
toughest
that's what-
guy in there.
You carrying that energy with you?
No,
No?
no.
You just came and went.
You
the
wouldn't have
experience?
survived.
Hey, I'm taller than Jacob. It would have been me.
I would have choked somebody out.
I mean, like meeting kids, you know? Like, do you feel different?
This is the first time I've in a relationship where I've gotten to meet the kids. So a little bit. It's kind of nice to get that out of the way.
First time you've been dating somebody with kids?
No.
Did you
Yeah.
demand that they?
You like moms?
Did they
I'm
demand that you
40.
call them dad?
Yeah,
they call you dad.
No, thank
First
God.
day.
They,
I'm dad. I'm
they-
your new dad.
no, they called me Germany.
Germany.
And I had to put a kibosh on that real quick. No pun intended.
Oh, your name is spelled with a G. It can be confusing.
Yeah. So, and then they're like, I already had met one briefly, and he was like, oh, you were like, I guess he let the other two know that I was funny. So it was an easy transition to say hello to him.
Maybe you could talk to
for
your
the first time.
audiences too, and maybe sort of.
Yeah,
Give
maybe
them that
I should
idea as
get
well.
him on the podcast so he can convince people this guy is actually funny.
He could give you your warm-up guy and stand-up. Like, this guy's super funny.
He's got a deep well of knock-knock
This guy's from
jokes.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah. 2 foot nothing.
But yeah, so you're like California sober. You just smoke weed, right? Mm-hmm. That's cool. Do you go to dispensaries, or you have such a deep relationship with old dealers that you're still doing that?
No, I don't think there's even dealers that exist anymore, do they?
Yeah, it's
It'd
like
be kind of dumb.
it's
at
like
this
half
point.
the price in the dispensaries than what it was, you know.
Really?
So, like in my
that true?
experience, yeah. Maybe my guy was just ripping me off. I don't know. It could be.
I can't believe
I
dealers
feel bad.
still exist.
I told my guy 2 years ago. I was like, I don't care when they come. I want to stay real.
Jacob's so real. He's so
yeah, but
street.
I'm not. And by that definition, I am no longer real.
You know what's funny is if you smoke weed before you leave the place, you leave just as paranoid.
One thing aesthetically I thought was funny because before dispensaries came here, they were in Detroit, and every time we go to like IKEA, we'd be like, "Let's go see like the dispensary." Yeah. And I went to one, and like the every like salesperson, it was like a whole like setup, like 10 salespeople, and they were all like really like beautiful like girls, like without exception. They were all like looked like OnlyFans people, and I was like, "This is a bit skeevy. Like everyone has to be like hot." But now at like the new one on Coventry, you walk in there and like everyone looks like they're like sickly mutants at the X Mansion that like Cyclops and Wolverine have to protect.
Right.
And I'm just like, it's kind of like an overcorrection from what I was concerned about before. I was like, everyone's too hot now. There's like a guy looks like a frog in there. It's like
Yeah, and like when they did have
I could do with some beauty in there.
the
somewhere.
first dispensers we had were all owned by the Georges, and it was all medical. So it's like you really didn't want to support any of those motherfuckers.
But
so.
isn't he divested at this point from the
I think
the dispensary
now
game?
just the son.
Yeah.
I think the dad still owned, or one of the sons still invested into it. But
My
I
wife
don't know.
always hated that guy, like even when we were like 19, because she was like,
He's a douchebag.
she was an assistant at this hair salon, and some lady there cut his hair, and every time like he would like leave, he would just like literally like ball up cash and just like throw it on the table and like walk out without saying anything. She found out who that was, and she's like, "That guy's a dick." Then when
Yeah.
anything happens in the news, she's like, "I told you that guy
They've
was a
always
dick."
been assholes. They've never not been assholes. They're
Yeah.
just now more publicly assholes.
Yeah.
George's?
Yeah, oh yeah. They're Lebanese, which really bums me out. Because that's the other half of me is Lebanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I worked construction with this like Hungarian guy who's like a huge dick. He was so annoying. And I was
"Fuck."
like, stop telling people you're Hungarian. We're supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm mostly German. There's so many German dicks.
We don't even,
Historically, I can't really, nothing comes off. On the top of my
shit
head.
just happened. When I go into these distributors or dispensaries, that's what they're called, right? Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, it's annoying that the same thing, I like have this same like buyers, like I'm like some, what do you call that? Like I'm some kind of faker or pretender that I like smoke weed. smoked weed forever. And, like, I go in there and they make me feel like I have no idea what marijuana is.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, no, it's like, you know, it's 20% of this, and you're going to take that, and you're going to cut it like this, and it's going to do that, and this is, these terpenoids are the thing bringing, and I'm like,
Well,
and I'm staring blankly, and they always talk to me like I'm some sort of noob, and I leave feeling like a noob.
I'm like over 40.
And then I, like, get home sometimes, and I'm like, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, what did you even sell me?
Yeah,
Like, I don't understand how I've, like, gone to, like, a guy. Like, I go to the guy, you do the thing, you have no idea, you're just like, he's like, you want up or down? And you're like, up, definitely. And then, like, you get it, and it works the way it is. And I just don't.
Well, I know you can
feel
roll.
like
we can both roll.
maybe
'cause
the
we both
menu
used
is
to
a lot.
roll
The menu's
cigarettes
bigger
and other
now.
things.
Yeah, totally.
Do you get the pre-rolls, or you still roll your own flowers?
Because
Because the pre-rolls are more expensive, so I'm just like, I buy them.
I quit
just 'cause it's so
Nick and
convenient.
quit nicotine in March, and I'm having trouble smoking weed because it's too.
Tempting.
It's not
Or just
just
too much.
tempting. My favorite, maybe just my favorite thing on earth is the spliff.
Yeah.
Just like 50-50 weed, tobacco.
Yeah,
I fucking love it more than most
That's
people.
That's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah,
For
and I mean, in all honesty, like, I quit smoking by switching to the vape. So, like, even buying the vapes at the weed store, like, that just, like, that draws me back. Everything points back to cigarettes, and I fucking love smoking cigarettes. I have to. It's such a
Hacking
conscious
darts
effort
is
to not.
so fun.
Yeah,
It's such a
it-
good
yeah.
idea. But it's not. It's
100%.
really not good when you're pushing 40 or around 40.
God, it took a little baby. It took a little baby for me to care about myself. In all honesty.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I remember I used to have nightmares because, like, my parents were open with us. They were like, "Yeah, we used to smoke. We don't smoke anymore."
Mm-hmm.
And, like, back in the '90s, it was like, you know, there was a lot of, like, you know, publicized, like, PSAs and stuff about how deadly cigarettes were. And I used to have dreams where, like, my dad would be smoking a cigarette. I was like, no. I was like, would wake up like crying because it was like such a
Why
serious
couldn't
thing
you
to me.
just smoke weed?
Be California sober, Dad.
So I've been and to your point, I'm buying gummies. It's a whole new language. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's just.
I think it's kind of kin to like what I'm sure a lot of drinkers were at when like craft beer started coming around. Like, we've drank beer before, but then all of a sudden all this like fancy shit's coming up, and you're like, what the fuck?
Sure.
Yeah. So
That's a whole new archetype too, and it's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Cherokee, North Carolina, and we were like screening our movie down there, nervous for obvious white dude reasons.
right.
Screening went well. We went to the after party, and then it like hits me. They're like, I came in with a 12-pack of IPAs, and they were like, "Of course you fucking did." And I was like, "What? What?" And it was like so like I just fulfilled my archetypal status.
Yeah.
Like I was like IPAs.
I like the hops.
Yeah.
I hear they added more hops.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize it was my whitest moment in the whole production of that movie.
Well, what's big with the Native American community to drink?
Miller
in modern
Lite
times?
and R&R whiskey.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's straight shit, man.
Yeah.
Just like the real. Yeah.
Is there any like spirits that are made by like tribes in these days?
There's the closest place there's a brewery from my dad's reservation is Fargo, which is a 6-hour drive south of where he's from, because he's just 20 miles south of the Canadian border.
North Dakota.
We were so close. If they just moved that line 20 miles south, we would
you could
have
have
free health care.
Justin Trudeau doing blackface.
Yeah, we'd have the blackface guy. He wasn't like a blackface guy.
New blackface guy.
Yeah.
He did it so many
He's
times.
new blackface.
Yeah.
He was just trying to be accepted by these communities. He was trying to get closer.
He's
You know-
out.
I was thinking about how, like, remember, like, there was a time where you would use certain derogatory terms, but you did it ironically to poke fun at the other side. But that has been so co-opted to the point where, like, now you just got to get rid of all of it. Like, you can't say shit anymore, and nor should you, because it's been so fucking overused and like played out at this point that, like, why are we gonna reverse time to just like try and use like the F word over again? Like, Who gives a shit? Let it go. It's a weird hill to die on, is what I'm trying to get at. For a lot of these like fucking Austin bullshit comics, I'm gonna go on a rant. We got to stop this now.
No, go for it.
Yeah, it's just really annoying.
I'm open to it. I've just heard people be offensive, and it actually does make me laugh. But I'm aware of untalented people that will do it, and you're like,
it's so wild.
You don't have a license. Like, there needs to be a comedy police where they come in and suspend your license for using certain words. Like, sorry, that wasn't funny enough. You gotta.
Well, like, I just don't know. Like, it's almost like they expect that no one's listening. For everything you say, there's going to be a response. That's how comedy works. So if you say something and the audience does not like it, they're going to respond that way. Mm-hmm. If you say something and they do like it, they'll laugh. Mm-hmm. It's really that simple. Mm-hmm. And when they will say these offensive things with no thought behind it, and it's purely for shock value, that's when you know you're dealing with a fucking hack. Yeah. Because I don't mind you using the words, but have a fucking point for saying it.
Right.
That's my only real, I don't mind that people are failing at jokes. That not everyone's going to be crushing it at every show and then probably working on the material, but at the same time, have a thought behind it. Just don't use the word to just have it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, empathy in real time is more noticeable than ever before. Like, your ability to read the room. Mm-hmm. I said all kinds of shit as a 20-something in the safety of a punk scene.
Right.
Well, I think
do whatever. I mean, I don't know. We are all the last generation who lived before internet and after internet. Mm-hmm. You know, that's. But I can look around in a room and I think it's been a really hellish or hectic decade for everybody, and to guess how the words that I'm gonna say out of my mouth are gonna hit the ears of everybody around me. Mm-hmm. I can't know, so I'm not ready to just resort to brash immediately. Just be here's how I'm gonna hit you. This is the side of you that I really want to show you right now. Mm-hmm. And I feel that's that side that I want to show everybody gets less and less.
Yeah. You know? Well, too, it's you gotta again read the room. They've lost. So now you're punching down. It's not like they're equals or who's they? Gay rights, female rights, they've all lost at this point.
Oh, you mean with in this country where we're at right now?
Yes. So why are we now using them as punchlines again? Right. That's the reason why it makes me upset, is that it's just culturally ignorant.
The funniest, the only times I think it's laugh out loud funny to use an F slur or something like that was when I was 19. And we talked about this a little bit last time, when you're dressed like an emo or punk kid when you're a kid. You get the pickup trucks driving by saying fuck it, whatever. But me and my friend thought it was really funny to drive by guys with Affliction t-shirts on who are totally jacked and buff and not gay at all, and just yell homophobic things.
Because they're gonna get upset.
Because the way they're no, not me. It's
we're if we got called that, it's
that would
funny.
make us laugh hysterically, because they're what am I giving off here?
Yeah.
I tried so hard to be the straight guy.
I mean, somebody tagged me with something yesterday it said, it just was me, or the poster of my podcast, and it just said gay, and I reposted it and it said true. With 4 exclamation points. I don't give.
Someone tagged it. And
said yeah. I don't give a fuck. Why should I care what anybody thinks? You know what I mean? So, but if somebody is a true homophobe, then they're gonna get upset over that kind of shit or being called those things. Mm-hmm. And but it's funny to me that you can't even do that now.
But I see a lot of gay burns on sometimes on the left, they'll be haha, Charlie Kirk's funeral caused Grindr to crash, And I'm like, because all these people were having gay sex after Charlie Kirk's funeral, because all Republicans are gay. I'm like, what's your point? Like, gay people are funny and not cool to be around? Like,
Right.
Like, if I was like a hardcore Republican, I'd be like, that's awesome. Like, all these gay guys,
Yeah.
Republicans, like, why wouldn't that be a positive thing?
Because they're closeted and like
wouldn't that be-
self-loathing homosexuals.
Wouldn't that be sad? And like, we
Yeah,
have
it
compassion
sucks.
for it, or would you be like, hey, like, you know, like I just see it,
Yeah.
coming from both sides sometimes.
I mean, it's the same. Yeah.
Haha, you're too scared to come out. Like, that's not a very nice sentiment either.
No, but I think it's because it's almost like for them it's become like a kink. You know what I mean? It's not like something that's like, oh, I'm purely a homosexual guy. I'm doing this because I'm like sexualizing the idea of being gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
So
It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag.
it's wild right now. But it's fun.
Yeah,
I'm
it
having
is.
a great time. I gotta tell you, I'm having the time of my life.
It's very-
Because being Native American, I don't even believe that the government should exist at all. So to watch it crumble in on itself, it's so good.
I don't. The thing I don't get about like the land acknowledgments sometimes is like, if you're gonna acknowledge it and like give it back, right? Like if someone stole my basketball and they started everything they said by being like, "This is Joe's basketball and he can't have it back,"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Fuck you!" and give it back. You know, it wouldn't make me feel any better.
Yeah. Now that we stole your basketball.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
I'm a virtuous person and I have your basketball.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
I'm not gonna give it back. What are you, crazy?
So anyway, Dick Cheney died this week.
That was awesome.
That was without a doubt the funniest part of the Harris campaign when they were like, how do we peel off some of these Trump voters? And they're like, got to get that Dick Cheney endorsement. Everyone loves Dick Cheney. It's like, actually, zero. He has no fans.
And his daughter,
Yeah.
who also has 0 fans.
I know.
That was the problem with their whole campaign, is the fact that like they just tried so hard to reach over the aisle for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
And while
The
literally,
centrist thing is dead, you know?
yeah,
I mean?
while literally telling people to not speak up against Israel.
Right.
When
Well, I mean, 'cause
Kamala
it's a
Harris
huge-
shut down that person saying like, talking about how they free Palestine, they like they kept chanting that, and she's like, "You need to stop." And they shut that person down, and that's when I was like, "I'm out." Well, I wasn't really in to
That's
begin with.
your
I'm a
base.
socialist.
That's your base, and it's I mean, the base of the young people is socialist. I think, whether or not I'm pretty anti-communist, but embrace it. Don't shy away from it. Can I? Are you down to co-anchor for a minute while I use the bathroom, or should we take a full break?
No, go for it.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on communism?
No, man, I don't even want to have a political conversation at all. I say when Joe walks out of the room, let's shift.
I just want to congratulate you on your communist victory in New York City.
Thank you.
Give credit where it's due.
We're gonna get that production, baby. You can leave it open. It's so hot in here.
What are we doing?
We can talk about what do you use to film? Like, what is your go-to camera?
Gear.
Yeah,
I use a Canon R5, new mirrorless R mount systems.
nice.
I love them. I grew up Canon, but like, I was shooting video on one thing, shooting photo on another. First camera I've ever had where I do everything on it.
Nice.
Yeah. So
So film and photography, I'm assuming.
yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't mean like let's not talk politics.
No, I don't mind.
Like I didn't mean let's not talk politics. The only other thing I know is gear. I just feel like I'm like, oh my god, we are swimming into territory where I'm gonna say shit on camera.
No, that's fine. I mean, I get to talk about it a lot on other shit, so I don't really need to do it here. Like,
I think it was the Israel Palestine that lost all young voters.
yeah,
Everybody we were when they were up on stage, like when it was like Harris and like they just blew it. They were so right. They weren't even centrist. They were just on the other side. And to a 20-year-old, to an 18-year-old, to a first-time voter who just spent a year of their life living only online. Like COVID, like with people that age, like, is so fucking different than people us who are double that age, you know? And like, anyway, like, their ideas of like Republican, Democrat, if both are wrong, there was no idea of like that not voting would mean what this means right now.
Sure.
The total implosion of everything. And so the act of not voting being almost purely on like, are you kidding me? You're not going to come out against genocide? I support that decision fully.
Right.
And like the fact that they didn't understand local politics or like
They still
the
don't.
polarized system that we exist in and what it can mean to your physical existence. That's like no shade on them at all. Like they did what they knew.
Right.
And yeah, nothing is a 20-year-old's fault right now. And
No.
but that was a horrible campaign.
And even
Plus,
she tried to.
fucking Kamala's a cop, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
I have a gun. I put people away. Like, yeah, what a great message to give to people that you're like a bootlicking gun owner. Great. Yeah, you really won me over with
She
that
is
one.
the boot.
Yeah, it's true.
but now you're back.
She's
now
licking
we
her
can.
own boots.
Sound like things got pretty political while I was gone.
Well, and now we can move. Yeah,
we got
left
on
for a
gear
second.
for like 1 second.
Hope you enjoyed your communist 10 minutes, guys.
You got your chain card over there. What do you got next? What's
Oh,
that?
next was Mandami and Alvin Bragg.
No.
From
Skip it.
Skip it. Oh, we covered Mandami. We did. I mean, no, we don't have to. But Cuomo, terrible candidate though.
This is news.
I like Sliwa. Look at that red beret.
Dude,
He was a night manager.
Cuomo's awful.
He was a night manager at a McDonald's in the Bronx in like the 70s. Curtis Sliwa. And then he started that Guardian Angels thing where they'd like ride the subway and try to help people that were in danger. I'm like, that sounds very dangerous.
That sounds like irresponsible.
He was shot like 5 times. They said like
So was 50
Gotti-
Cent.
Gotti tried to kill
He
him.
was.
Yeah, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
He's a big MAGA guy, 50 Cent.
Is he?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They said, they were like, why are you a Republican? He's like, because I don't want to be 25 cent. He didn't want to get taxed.
That's such an old man joke. That's such an old man joke. It's so good.
I remember when he was at the Super Bowl and he was like hanging upside down. He looked kind of like chubby in that Super Bowl halftime show. People were like, oh, more like 50 stone. Because that would be like 600 pounds. So it's not really that great of a joke. It's kind of overshot though.
It's an old man joke. It's great.
Yeah.
But
Well-
next to have UPS crash, that cargo plane that crashed.
I didn't even know
Outside
about
of
this
Louisville.
before right now.
And it was funny because you guys were chatting about Nathan For You or like the rehearsal with Nathan Fielder. At the end of the new rehearsal, he's like flying those cargo planes.
Really?
Did you?
Passenger
Irony.
plane, right?
I haven't watched the. I haven't seen the
I think maybe he did do a passenger plane, but like they do a recap and like he's just like
huge spoiler.
He's like literally. Well, yeah, but it came out like a year ago. What
It's
do
been
we-
out for a while.
We can give you a
so-
year to catch up, audience. You know.
Yeah.
But no, like he was just like running these like cargo jets like just himself because like he was like, how hard can it be?
The
He,
practices?
figured it out.
Yeah.
Got licensed. Like just started making money. It's like a cargo pilot, but there is real danger in that too.
I know we're about to like talk about movies and like a specific movie and stuff, but the end of that second season is like maybe the best like the best thing on TV
Oh
ever.
yeah. It was awesome.
Like it yeah. I'll say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't usually I've been steering away from top 5 sort of way of thinking period. But I also like would love a top 5 Paul Thomas Anderson. I think it'd be really fun
Yeah.
to regress.
We'll get there.
But fuck man. That last episode reveal that he was like training to be a pilot the whole time. Mm-hmm. So sick. The best.
Yeah.
Just like incredible. So much bigger than TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I think blowing something up, or that's making something big, making a spectacle now requires it being more than itself or more than you knew what it was. You know, so like a TV show, to make a really like for me to like for anybody to say that that's the best thing I've ever seen on TV. You're obviously doing something bigger than the TV show itself, right? Like you're thinking like, here's what this means for society. I'm aware that this is a TV. Like I guess we're talking about postmodernism, postmodernity, whatever. But like that was special.
Well, yeah, and the hard part about that is like, well, I haven't seen the end, but for me, it was like, okay, this is what the show's going to be about. And then something else will happen. And I'm like, oh, this is what the show's going to be about. And then something will come back to something else that he did. It was like I could not find the through line.
Nah, and it was like self-effacing. Like, I mean, he dissed himself. He dissed his network. Like, he flayed it all. You know what I mean? He laid it all out there and was just like, everybody's got a small dick. Live with it. Like, it's fine.
I knew it.
Oh, in that.
I knew it too. Yeah.
I suspected something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie,
It's not
or that
just
show
me.
he made with Emma Stone.
Also great. Yeah, and
that
Benny
was
Safdie.
Where he like flies away.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
yeah.
Benny Safdie is like such a creep. I fucking love him. He's so good.
Is he?
Wasn't
creepy?
he in Pete? I mean, no, I mean not in a real way. Just like the things
Maybe
he makes.
a real way. I don't know.
The
I
things
look him
he
in the
makes
eyes.
leaves you feeling
I'm afraid
very
at how many
uneasy.
men
That's all
I've
I'm
like
saying.
loved as artists, and like they all got canceled. Like all of like anybody that I was like, oh man, you're really like growing up, like you're pushing it.
Harvey Weinstein,
like-
man, I love that guy.
Yeah,
Gave
you
a
didn't
shit.
get canceled.
Fuck him. That guy's awful.
There's a big difference between getting canceled and literally going to prison for crimes you
yeah,
commit.
that was a hard joke.
We'll see.
Come
We'll
on.
see, guys. Just, obviously, my joke is exaggeration.
Yes.
No, but to realize you like as somebody into alternative culture, and to realize you like so many guys that are like pushing it, like just you like they're not normal.
David
They're doing
Bowie did
something.
some pretty fucked up shit.
You keep.
Bowie did some, Elvis did some fucked up. If Elvis was alive
sure the
today,
Beatles were
he would
awesome.
have been
married
on
his son.
Epstein's
Yes.
Island. Jerry Lee Lewis would have been on Epstein's
All
Island.
right, let's get out of this conversation too. Come on.
Let's get off of this island.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll just talk to my
I
dog
don't know
about
how.
it.
I don't know how the plane crash ended up with abusive people. Oh, there was this crazy. I guess they broke up like a terrorist attack at Cedar Point that was supposed to happen on October 31st. All these people like had all these guns, and they were like Googling like, is Cedar Point crowded on Halloween? They were like wanted like mass casualties. Crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
What did they do? They busted from the Google search down.
Maybe it was because they had such shitty comedy over the summer.
That's actually what they said.
Yeah, they're like,
this
oh,
is why we're
the Cedar
doing
Point
this.
The
Those
comedy
comics?
resident. Yeah.
He does he ran the comedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Cedar Point this summer.
Yeah, I ran that program.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm the blame.
They said if we had laughed more, we wouldn't have become so radicalized.
Right,
I think this was the exact quote in their manifesto.
I believe it.
That was crazy. I just put that on there because you worked at Cedar Point and I saw.
We
it
don't
on
like
the
that Red Bull who made fun of us white people.
What else do I have in my
Cat power
notes here?
Bob Dylan, I know it.
Do that, David.
I know it.
David Letterman. Woo!
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Oh, no, this is, I just, like, remembered, this is not current news at all, but, like, in the summer, I think, Cat Power, who I love, like, Chan Marshall, like, beautiful, some of the most beautiful music. She modeled for, like, Chanel at some point, like, amazing person, but last time I saw her, probably, I don't know, half a decade ago, she just, like, and she has a reputation for this, she was just, like, spun and kind of, like, not finishing any songs and kind of, she would, like, start a song and then, like, stop it and, like, yell at people. One thing I did love, a guy in the crowd had Google glasses on, and they were, like, kind of new at the time, and they had this, like, light on them, and she's like, take those fucking off. Fuck you. And he's just like, no. And she's like, do it. Kick this guy out or I'm not playing anymore. Not that she really had been playing.
She was.
But
She
he
had
took
a
them
real
off.
vendetta against technology, huh?
Yeah.
I've
Well, I
seen
don't
her
like-
leave 2 of the 3 shows that I played.
But so she was kind of like mumbling into the microphone the whole time, and I thought she recently did a whole set, a whole tour that was just Bob Dylan covers. And I was like, that's the perfect cover for like being incoherent during your set. It's just do Bob Dylan. So like, and you're like, I guess this is a Bob Dylan. I think
Sky's not yellow.
Is this
chicken.
Hurricane? I think this is Hurricane. So everyone leaves happy and they're like, oh, it's great.
Yeah. I think
Good strategy from
I think
Cat
I
Power.
heard Bob Dylan in there.
I love her too.
How could you not? One of the most beautiful people, one of the most beautiful
No, but
souls.
I don't know if I have words for like it's completely unique in my live experience too. I've seen her walk off the stage. I don't know. It makes me sad. It like transcends being bummed that the person you paid to see is not playing.
Well, also
like I start to worry about her
it breaks
mental
your heart
health
that she's
and,
going through a hard time, and she's
Yeah.
on the road in the midst of that. And you're
Yeah,
like, how does she calm down tonight? 'Cause she doesn't seem
postmodern.
calm right now.
It's
you know?
postmodern in the sense where you're like, what is like to my old point, like where I'm just like, what am I paying for? What do I expect of this
Is this
person?
exploitative,
I was
you know?
just thinking about like Radiohead's first, like their tour, like they're doing that European testing the waters after their sort of like, I mean, they're in trouble, right? They're in hot water.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with them? I had no idea.
Oh, they said something like pro-Israel or something like that. Was that what the
I mean,
controversy
yeah,
was?
I mean, it's deeper than that, but yeah, they keep like they can't get it right, but it's fine. They're touring. Their set was fucking amazing. Like I read the set list; it is so good. I didn't plan to talk about Radiohead.
I didn't like that
but
they
either
brought
way,
up
like,
Netanyahu to play bass at one point. It was pretty.
Yeah, there you go.
Toned down, pretty toned
Thank
down.
that was
yeah.
a big no-no.
I don't even know how I got there, so it's probably good that I derailed myself with something that I didn't want to talk to. Cat Power. Another
Funny
thing I
enough,
didn't
is
want
Biden
to.
funded that.
He funded the whole tour.
Yeah.
But do we want to get into our movie?
Can I take a leak between these two? This is actually a perfect intermission.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
We could just
Do
do
you
an intermission.
Yeah, let's do a real intermission.
We'll be right back.
Photography.
Yeah, yeah. So what was the first?
Yeah, can we
was the
let's
first time
how
you
will we
saw-
introduce to this guy?
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's go with you because you're a filmmaker. It obviously was a part of you falling in love with that whole area of business and life. What was the first time you sat down and watched a Paul Thomas Anderson movie?
I want to say I loved this guy growing up, like favorite. Probably, I bet I said top 5 directors. But P.T. Anderson was like number 1 forever. I bet I said some of the stupidest shit about that guy. Like just right, like you're in a conversation again, not reading the room. I'm young and I'm like, oh, P.T. Anderson's the best. Opens a movie with a fucking 10-minute single camera shot. The technique is unbeatable, and the amount of actors that you see, and the character development that happens in a single shot, it's amazing. And like,
I mean, you do sound like a douchebag, but you're also not incorrect.
Sure, I bet we'll talk about it, but I can't in my age now, it's just like the douchebaggery attached to talking about a P.T. Anderson movie is very real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even if
And
we
you're
get
in
into this movie or get into the
academia,
lore
yeah.
around this movie, like, it's so just like, I can't believe you put that 80mm never seen lens before on a camera that was cropped to such a thing that shot on a film that was so big that it was going to be condensed to a screen that was this big that only 3 people in 6 locations around the U.S. could see.
Yeah.
There's so much of that around his fucking movies.
Even the
that
new
it's
one, there's like a certain cut of it, and they're
the
like
Vista Vision.
Vista Vision. Yeah, that's what they were talking about. And
It's
I was just
little.
like,
It's
yeah.
it's like not big. Like if cinema is this idea of like the bigger the panorama, the better. Vista Vision is like this stout little almost like square. I feel like it's 5'4".
Is that like the
it's
lighthouse?
Look at me! I went right to it. I did it so quick, so naturally. Like went school on Vista.
Gearhead already.
So but that's all of it. I love it so. My first experience was probably like an HBO or Cinemax They used to do those like previews on the weekend where you could like you could like test it out for a Friday through Sunday to see if you wanted to subscribe to it as a cable channel.
All right.
And I think I saw Magnolia. And I don't know. I think people can hate on it now, but that movie fucking rocked my world.
Magnolia was after Boogie Nights, right?
It was his third.
Yeah.
And we talked about this earlier, but I still I've never seen Hard Eight as first
Yeah, same.
through.
I think that makes this more relatable because no one's seen Hard Eight, which is like, that's just the reality.
I want to
no
like
one's
hang
seen
out at Punch Drunk Love for a second, but my order was Magnolia, Boogie Nights, and then I was like probably 16 so Punch Drunk Love would have been my first real time.
Yeah.
P.T. Anderson, that was the one I got to go see in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But like Magnolia, yeah, I never saw anything like it. I fucking loved it. Like,
Where do you go to college for?
me?
No, P.T. Anderson.
I know we went to Emerson, but that's just we're working on a movie about Latino clowns in Los Angeles, and they just did a test screening for the clowns at Emerson. And I was like, who went to Emerson? And P.T. Anderson went there.
Nice.
But I think NYU. I think he ended up there.
Where did you go to college?
I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, defunct. And I got my grad degree at OU, Ohio University. So in photo and experimental media, nothing
That's
about
cool.
film. Yeah. Nothing about film.
Right, I was gonna say it probably gave you
yeah.
a good sense of like how to frame a shot more so than of
Yeah.
most videographers because
I didn't have like the business of film degree. That's stuff that I'm like learning on my own, but I feel like it's all shifted anyway.
yeah, I've never gone to school for any of it. So
Yeah.
the fact that I've gotten an opportunity to do it and like learn how to do it. I mean, I only learned how to film things for stand-up comedy. It's the only reason I learned how to film anything.
Yeah.
And so I was like filming specials for people for like a while, and then to have an opportunity to actually work on like a television show, a scripted show, I was like, I don't care what it will pay me. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
And it did not pay.
Art has a way of
But
doing
yeah,
that.
but you get your money's worth. I mean, I got to learn as I went, so that's kind of what like the trade-off was. Yes, I am cheaper than anyone else you could find, but I'm also using this as something to teach myself a new skill set.
Yeah. I mean, like, people must know about this, I'm sure, but, like, Paul Thomas Anderson's, like, always had a budget.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he
Can't
was
imagine
in
what that's
his,
like.
I mean, he was in his mid-20s
Someone realized
when
his
Hard Eight was
talent,
made. And,
yeah.
like, so that had to be just in NYU or just in film school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that had to be, like, a sort of, like, Eraserhead was David Lynch's grad school project. Like, somebody had to catch that in school.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, this is great.
Yeah.
And then he, like, had the ego to, like,
Have Tom
bolster it the
Cruise
whole
in
time.
his
Because I bet, like,
third
Boogie
movie.
Nights, like, you watch, like, a 2.5-hour movie about the porn industry. And, like, I think the mythology is just that, like, he made Hard Eight a 2.5-hour movie, but it got cut down as his first movie by the studio to something under 90 minutes. And then he walked into Weinstein's, like, I think, like, and was just like, fuck that shit. I'm making a 3-hour movie about the porn industry segueing from 1970 to 1980, and there's nothing you can do about it. And they were just like, Paul, settle down. We love your work. We're happy to make it. And then, like, so it was. Like, so he made these 3-hour epic character studies that were about really pivotal times in American, maybe especially West Coast history. But, like,
Yeah.
But no one was doing that kind of shit during that time either. Like the 3-hour movie was still like, holy shit, he made a movie that long.
Yeah, it was
I've
just
been
like
thinking-
James Cameron. And
Yeah.
James
okay.
Cameron, Paul Thomas Anderson making 3 hours.
Maybe this is more obvious and I just was like younger then, but I've been thinking a lot more about the similarities but different handling of the genre, like of the medium between PTA and Robert Altman. Like Robert Altman's making these like huge scope, big character cast movies, but like, man, to watch those two back to back at like 40 years old, like one seems so effortless and PTA seems like shit, every second matters. I must do this. Oh, this is and to see like the dollars and the everything about it, the whole technical aspect. And I'm a technical motherfucker. I'm a Virgo, like fucking love knowing that. I love teaching that, and like with a dash of like, where's the love? Where's the feeling? Like I want somebody to know how to do it technically. So I do have this huge respect for him. I just like also get largely bored in conversations about him because like I want somebody to come at me. I want to talk to a woman who loves PTA, who like didn't ever think about the camera but loves this scene that like I say woman because I want somebody to hit me with this other perspective.
I'm very chick-like in my love of movies. Really, I don't know anything about the cameras.
Well,
so
I realize I gendered that whole scenario. There's no right way to say it.
I could try to use a higher voice if that makes you feel.
Fuck, I know I said it all wrong.
That Monty Python voice.
I wanted to separate it from the film bro of it all.
No, I get what you're saying.
I think the first PTA I saw was Magnolia, which was brilliant, and we watched it like I knew these sisters, like these like awesome like Jewish sisters from Westlake, and my sister was like best friends with the older girl, and I ended up like dating her younger sister for a little bit, and we all watched like Magnolia, and we're like, what a brilliant film! That was so amazing. And then like
it makes you think that immediately, right? Like it just makes you think that like, I've really just watched a film, haven't I?
Right.
And then
this was a piece of artwork.
But then like a year later, we watched like Boogie Nights, and we're like, oh, it's the same guy. It's gonna be like cool. But I'm just sitting there with like I'm 13, like or 14, and like my girlfriend's 13 or 14. We're like watching this like hardcore like porn movie, and we're like kind of uncomfortable.
Can I talk about a viewing experience of Boogie Nights?
Sure.
Is that like a correct
That's what
segue?
I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the second one I saw, and so to that point, right? It's this movie about porn. You're watching it from this like hyper technical director. So like I was living in a place that it was called Rock House. And it was this 2-bedroom house in a fucking like heroin old like Rust Belt post-industrial burnout town. But it was halfway between Johnstown, where we were born, and Pittsburgh, where we were like playing shows. And so like 8 musicians lived in this 2-bedroom old mining house. It was great. We fucking smoked so many cigarettes.
World's your oyster right there. That's awesome.
Dude, the world was our oyster. My friend Lacey painted Indiana Jones on the outside of the house like he was bursting through the bricks. The landlord flipped his shit. It was like really good, like him with the whip, like, coming out, busting out of the
What were you gonna do with this? Nothing.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, totally, right? But you still got to play the game sometimes, right? And be like, oh, hey, Indiana Jones. That might not have been the most responsible decision.
I've had to apologize to landlords about like tack holes in the walls, so let alone Indiana Jones.
No, it was good. It was a good one. It was a good hill to die on.
Yeah.
As far as like fucking up a rental.
So is that in that house you saw Boogie Nights for the first time?
No, I don't remember where I saw it for the first time, but that was the first time we got our hands on like a director's cut DVD where you could watch the version in 2 ways, just the straight version or PT talking over it. And the first like real steamy scene, right, is like when Mark Wahlberg like it's his first sex scene, Julianne Moore. She's playing like it's like a kind of hot for teacher. She's like a businesswoman kind of thing, and he's like, it's the dick reveal without the dick reveal because that doesn't come to the end. But like you see Julianne Moore's response, and you understand it's like not just the character, but it's not just the character in the porn, but it's the character in P.T. Anderson movies that's genuinely like, oh my god, that's a dick.
Right.
And then they like it zooms out it zooms out of the scene to where you go into the camera, and then it like keeps going back and it cuts away to the crew being like, oh my god,
Right.
this is like making sure like, and the film runs out of the camera but they're like, this is so hot and heavy I can't stop it, I gotta keep it going. Okay, so like fucking awesome scene, so steamy, so like sexy all around. And
Julianne
like,
Moore, I've always had a thing for Julianne Moore.
Totally, fuck yeah, man.
Have you ever seen A Single Man with that Tom Ford film? Like the fashion designer made a film. Love that film. She's great at it. But anyway, keep going.
P.T. Anderson talks over that whole 10 minutes about aspect ratio and the technical difficulties of switching from like the whatever it was, like 2.85 to show the 70s cinema through the camera and make that shot possible.
Yeah.
And he talks over the hottest fucking with like the lens that we had to switch to. So like any of this like tech bro
amazing.
stuff that we can like talk about and
Yeah.
be like, oh, that sucks that people did this. He brought that on himself. Like it is how he has framed or talked about everything, right? Like now it's famous like that Fiona Apple looking all depressed while
Yeah.
cocaine-old Tarantino and P.T. Anderson
yeah.
talk at her. Like that is him.
Right.
Like, that he does embody that in a way. But,
Yeah.
So like, okay, but also not to diminish his brilliance because like I can talk about that scene in like vivid, like memory. I can see it in my head as I'm talking about it, and like. I'm 40 now. That doesn't exist for everything that I say that I have loved at some point.
Yeah.
Like some things just exist as feelings now, but like his movies still are like frame for frame. I see it all. Like
My favorite part of Boogie Nights is when Philip Seymour Hoffman's character like
Dude.
gets a similar car to him, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come outside
that's
and
some
see my
Boogie
car?"
Nights too.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
And
I
he's
wanna
like-
talk-
He's
yeah.
like, do you like it? He's like, yeah, man. Do you want to go
love
back
it?
inside? And he's like, then he like tries to kiss him, and then he's just like,
That's just talking
hey
about
man,
the
let's
same scene.
just
dude.
go back inside.
So
And
fucking
he's like,
stupid.
he's
so
like-
fucking stupid.
It's
oh my
like
god.
you're laughing your ass off, but also your heart is like broken for this
Yeah.
little guy. You're like,
Dude, I
oh
wanna-
my god,
I mean-
poor guy.
Paul Thomas Anderson movies are the most respectful, the best. I don't know what the word is, but the tomb of Philip Seymour Hoffman for me. Those like him as an actor,
Oh, The
like he
Master.
can. But dude, The Master.
I'll watch The Master whenever.
Okay,
it
but
comes on.
also like we're not like it just like the way that those two work together and like to think of like burning your image and these memories that I can talk about is like I see them frame for frame, like that's a tomb. That's a little coffin for like an actor, like for every like you
Yeah.
do it for real, and then that's how you see it all the time. Every audience member sees it forever. So like the work that they did together, like Boogie Nights, him as the caregiver in Magnolia, the way that he has to like deal with Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
talking to his dad as the mediator,
So
brilliant
good.
fucking character. Mattress Man in Punch Drunk Love,
Yeah.
like, that's the best. Like,
Oh my god,
like
a
him and
threatening-
Adam Sandler on the phone, where he's like, "Are you threatening me?" And he's just like, "Shut up!" And then he's like, "I'd say that's that Mattress Man." That's probably the number one quote used in my group of like serious lifer homie friends from like home. Like, I'd say that's that Mattress Man is the line, and then The Master. But those, I don't think I'm forgetting one. Those four, that run of those two together, like they both highlighted each other's genius. I'd say that about him and the guys that he did scores with too, like from John Bryan to Johnny Greenwood. Like those relationships are as at their peak. Like I don't.
Yeah. The Greenwood score of One Battle After Another was good. I do wish Greenwood hadn't pulled in Netanyahu to do extra synth work.
I saw a great meme of like a mom being like, I watched this movie and let me like, they were like, okay, this scene needs this, and then she impersonated Greenwood. She was like, and just like smashed the keys, and she was like,
I mean,
perfect.
I could be just old man here. However, it seems to me like movies today are pretty like one-dimensional. You know what I mean? Guy gets film, guy makes film, guy puts out film. And it's really not a whole lot behind that where, you know, even if you're just looking at a P.T. Anderson film commercially, it's consumable. But if you really want to nerd out as well, it's there for you to enjoy. Where it's, you don't really see that a whole lot on the commercial level these days, where it's like,
He is commercial, right? Like that,
Yes.
that was a Warner
That's-
Brothers movie,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we can talk about these all in the same league.
right, that's what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah,
Then I agree with you.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of commercial, like, I guess more lending itself to the art than it is to the populace, I guess. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense with that? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
because nothing that really comes to mind as of recently.
But I wonder. Okay, let's nerd out for a second then. What do you think time frame you just referenced is?
Like
When you say now, like when did that start?
maybe in the last like 10 years, maybe 5 years.
So which movies has he put out in that time? This and Licorice Pizza only, right?
Yeah.
Phantom Thread is more than 10 years old?
It's got to be, right?
Probably. But it's,
I
it's
didn't-
in the
What's
ballpark.
10 years ago? 2015?
I didn't even know Licorice Pizza was him.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
That
it?
I saw it. That movie's awesome.
I like that
love
movie a lot.
that film.
I like that
didn't
movie a lot.
even realize.
My wife was critical of it. Jacob's very critical of it. But I love that movie.
I liked it
I
a
love
lot.
Bradley Cooper being like, you like Barbara Streisand, right? He's
Well,
like,
I just like the...
I think it's a beautiful... It feels like E.T. It's a wonderful movie. Like, it feels like Spielberg or something.
yeah, there's an
I was so
adolescence to
mad
it
at
that
him.
was fun.
I was just mad at him. I'm going to come to terms with it right now, like, in front of this microphone. I argue with my, like, best
we're
friend,
calling
Mike.
you out, Paul Thomas Anderson.
No, I argue with my friend Mike
It's
about this
on.
all the time. We make... Every movie I make, he makes too. We make them together. He likes that movie a lot. I don't. But I do. I do like that movie. It was so fun. I was so mad at him when I saw it in the theater, though. Like, I just thought, like, it came at this year when, like, there was... I mean, we were at the heart of cancel culture. Like, everything about it was, like, rethinking the artist, their voice. For the first time maybe in my life, I was truly thinking about, like, do you judge a piece of artwork by the artist? Like, are they the same? Like, can you separate the artist from the art?
Sure.
I think I did my whole entire life until, like, the last decade. Your time frame for the new movies.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you do with over $100 million, like, as a cis white dude? When I saw that movie in the theater, and I was like, not that. Like,
Yeah.
not make a nostalgic movie about fucking Studio City, Hollywood, California, or whatever. Like, I was mad at him. I was like, use your voice for something bigger.
I see what you're saying. I get it. It's a
beautiful
great
movie,
point.
though. I remember thinking, like, Inherent Vice was stoner bullshit when I first saw it, and I watched that movie twice in the last 3 years, and it's fucking... I love it. The paranoia. I miss so much.
I definitely hated it.
I don't know.
The first time I saw
Sometimes
it, but now
he's
I've
so
already
ahead.
seen it like 4 times.
Sometimes
now,
he's
and I
so
do like it.
ahead of his, like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's, I can say that, like, I love him because he is legitimately trying to do new things with the medium all the time. And if you fail at that, who gives a shit? Like, if you fail at one, you've succeeded at 4 or 5 in visionary filmmaking. And
Or it
he's
could
like,
be a lot like
he's hanging in that
Scorsese, where
echelon.
it was a flop when it came out, but in retrospect, years
Yeah.
later, you realize this was a fucking masterpiece. With all oh shit,
Yeah.
like that's
Shaking up that golden
he's
ox
up
over
there.
there.
It's
Sure.
crazy how many failures Scorsese had before he made like a lot of like they were good films, but they weren't commercially like successful.
I love
films.
Mean Streets.
Yeah, I mean
The
they're
costumes in Mean Streets, so good.
but also too, like I kind of see what you're saying because right now we're in an era of nostalgia porn when it comes to anything that's considered to be like a good show these days. Stranger Things being a great example of it being the reason why people like it so much because it reminds them of a time that no longer exists.
We are living, like, the age we are, for the first time, we're living at the age that's being written to. You know, like, when we were younger, if you were into something and you felt like, shit, I'm into something that's for, like, people older than me or more knowledgeable, I feel cool, I feel like, you know, like, you were seeing something with that people enjoyed with a little more knowledge.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, like, we're the 40-year-olds that, like, 50-year-old, 55-year-old directors are writing to. You know,
not with any sort of monetary success. I mean, one
Oh,
battle
no,
after
it's all
another
good.
is
I'm
going to
just, like-
lose $40 million easily. It's basically a bomb, but
I know, but it's his
love it.
highest grossing film.
But its budget was just too high, and the
Of
marketing
course.
was too high.
Yeah. I think $300 million. I don't know how to put that into any perspective.
That's why period pieces are such a waste of cash.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because that's what a lot of it's going towards.
But
it's
who
like
knows?
renting a car that's from the that's period friendly.
Who even knows? Like, I just don't. Who knows how to anticipate the market? I don't even know how to talk about film as capital, right? It's shifting so fucking hard. Like all of it's. We were talking about the
Just
right
write a
order of
sequel
things
to-
earlier. You do the film festival run, a distributor picks it up. There is absolutely no certainty of any of that.
Right.
But yet it all runs itself on this history. Like, you still got to pay $120 to submit your film to Sundance.
Wow.
You've got to pay $120 to be told no. In any market, like, I started as a musician,
Which is
like,
fucked
I
up, 'cause
started
that's
in
where
bands.
your film is supposed to be purchased.
You're so anti-pay to play. Like, in anything you do, like, growing up in any sort of punk ethos, and you still just end up back. Everything wants to wrap it up into that. Comedy's got to exist like that, right? Like, there's got to be these, like, you pay this fee, and, like, we can get you on the open mic.
In New York, in the major cities, yes.
Yeah.
In the Midwest, not so much. Like no one's gonna give you $5 for 5 minutes of stage time.
Sure.
Where in New York, that and LA, that's prevalent. Like
Yeah.
it's all over the place. Which
It's when it's monopolized. Like, it's when it's your only choice for the thing that you love doing.
Sure.
Like, I mean, fuck it, we're naming names. Film Freeway. That's the only way to submit your film to a film festival. It's a website
Right.
that the distributor, like, everybody is there from either end, and they get their side of it, but it's the easiest way for everybody to work. So everybody just, like, they're like, we're so against this in all of the art that we like in our world, but we play into this monopoly because we have to for our daily living.
Right.
So
Yep.
fucking twisted.
Well, that's why.
How did I
was-
get there? God, I'm drifting. That gummy's kicking in.
Yeah.
It's the
Swim in the
podcast, man.
sea.
You should have seen me last time. I was interrupting people during great flows of conversation,
I think I
completely
interrupted
changing
you.
the subject.
Well, that's the
No,
point
you
of the
didn't
podcast.
interrupt
is
Interrupted
rants.
you. Shit.
No, that's the point of the podcast is go on rants and you're the guest. So
And
rant
also,
away.
it's also that's the beauty of like a long format thing. Like you were like, it's gonna be an hour 45 minutes. I'm like, trust me. Like, I'm like 3 guys that are into nerding out about things. Like, everyone will need that time to say their things they were interested in.
For me too, it's recently become something of a interest because of the fact that I've done that TV show in Columbus. Like, I never would have. I guess I would know how to film a comedy special, but I don't think I would learn so much as like it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more to like considering your angles and considering your lighting, and considering expression, and then what are happening in the background and what's happening in the foreground. Like, there's so much to it that I hadn't really considered before, having like literally like my hands in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So, do we want to get to one battle after another, or do we want to do Jacob's quick top 5 of PTA? Let's do top 5. Number 5.
Do you want to do top 1?
Yeah, well, let's start. Yeah, we'll work backwards. It's easier. Number 1.
Oh, no, wait. Are we listing all 5? Wait, I haven't put it in order yet.
This
I
is
had no
Casey
idea how this
Kasem,
would work
number
out.
1 with the bullet.
Hold on, I think I can do it.
fine Lebanese man.
But it's not always the same.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice, Casey Kasem.
Shit, one battle
Casey
after
Kasem.
another has to be in there, doesn't it? Oh my god.
You think
I
it's?
can't.
You think one battle after another is top 5?
Fuck yeah.
It's epic for sure.
Wait, let's list them all. Let's
All
go
right.
in order.
Phantom Thread.
Okay,
Boogie
from the
Nights,
beginning. No, wait,
Magnolia.
stop. That's crazy.
I'm gonna be so
I
bad.
have no idea where. Okay, it's Hard 8,
Heart, yeah.
Boogie Nights.
Did I say Phantom Thread?
Yeah,
No,
I have no idea
that's
where. Okay,
way off.
Hard 8, Boogie Nights, Magnolia,
Yeah.
Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah.
What's next? The Master?
No.
No.
Is
There
it-
Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood followed Punch Drunk?
Totally.
Really? That's
Yeah.
such a long
movie's
period of time.
hilarious.
There's 10
It is
total, so
hilarious.
we'll know when we get there. So There Will Be Blood. The Master. Inherent Vice.
Phantom Thread at that point, right?
Oh yeah, which I don't know the order there.
I think-
Inherent Vice
I
or
think the
Phantom
Ma-
Thread.
Inherent Vice is before Phantom Thread, I think.
Okay, Inherent Vice, Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza, one battle after another. We got there. That's the order. Okay. You guys really want to do top whatever?
Yeah, top 5.
What is it, 3? You like 5?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you guys can.
there's 10. We can leave
I don't think I know
we can leave
enough
the
about
bottom
them
5 to
do it.
like languish, you know. Just, top 5 is good.
Fuck that. I won't do it.
I mean,
I know what your number 1
Punch
is, and
Drunk
I
Love
agree.
is like one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah,
I
let's
love
hang
that
there.
film.
That's number
Fuck
1.
the top 5 and let's spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes talking about Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, of course.
If you love it, I love it so much. It's my number 1. That's my number 1 PTA.
What?
Like tonight.
What? And I was kept away from this film because of snobbery, because I sort of like hated Little Nicky, and I hated.
Yeah, it's such a weird cast.
I hated like a lot of.
You
Adam
hated
Sandler's-
Little Nicky?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
that.
saw it in the
Little
theater.
Nicky's so funny.
Dude, I like it. I like it now.
Dude,
but believe
so
it or not,
weird.
Yeah.
when I
So
was a teenager, I used to be like way more pretentious, and I was like, "This isn't funny."
Right.
Sure.
Monty Python and Faulty Towers is funny, but not you.
Okay, but if Punch Drunk Love is viewed as snobbery on one level,
Well, I was just saying,
it
I
has
saw
to
Adam
be his,
Sandler, and I
but
was
it
like,
has to be
no.
PTA's divorce from snobbery. Like, I bet you could
Well,
talk about it on like this.
I'm just saying, once I saw it, I was sold. But for a while, I was like, Adam Sandler flick? No, I just wasted my time on the
Right
Just
there,
imagine
brilliant.
the gamble,
The
though.
timing, yes, exactly. The timing of casting him in that lead,
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Uncut Gems also
And
an amazing,
plus-
serious.
But
Adam Sandler
never,
thing.
nobody ever would have casted him in that movie had it not been for Punch Drunk
yeah.
Love.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, Punch Drunk Love showed him in a role that, like, I mean, Adam Sandler is like Nick Cage now, right? Where you could cast him in an awful comedy, or you could cast him in a highbrow,
Hubie
low budget
Halloween.
indie art.
I just
film.
watched Hubie Halloween the other day. Great film.
Dude, you guys see Pig? You know that Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh, no, I'm aware of it, but I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, 10 out of 10. That movie's fucking awesome.
You like
Watch that
adaptation?
immediately. Best movie I've ever seen.
I love adaptation.
Number 1 movie ever.
I saw it in the theater.
Nicolas Cage twice.
With my buddy Gwen.
Okay, so in this version of myself where I am readily, that's the number 1. Number 2 is Punch Drunk Love. Like, in that
Wait, what's
version
number
of
1?
my adaptation.
Oh,
Those
of all
movies
movies of all
fucking hang
time.
together.
We got to do PTA of all time. We can't do all movies.
We don't
of
need
all
to do
time.
it. We can just talk about Punch Drunk Love. I love. All right, I tried
Well,
to see that movie with my friend Matt to the tech of it all. I've heard of these VistaVision prints catching on fire. I've heard of PTA and Leonardo DiCaprio and some of the other cast and crew going to screenings where it caught on fire. There's already that lore of the film being too much to even, but the first 2, I went to my small town movie theater, the only one that had a copy of Punch Drunk Love, and I went with my friend Matt Miller, and it took 3 times to see. Maybe that's the myth. It might be 2, but I remember 2 times where the film burned up. It's the only time I remember about any film that I've ever seen ever. I never watched it in another movie.
Wow.
And I think it happened twice to the same movie where 15 minutes in, the film lit on fire and you watched it burn away in the
on the
projector to
screen.
go to white screen. Lights came up.
That's wild.
The first time we saw it, we were like, we already loved Magnolia. We already loved Boogie Nights. We were like, this guy makes art. This guy makes referential film about film itself. So we were like,
was that on
it
purpose?
burns up. And we're just handful of popcorn in our mouth. We're like,
What's next, bro?"
scene. And then it's just like, oh no, come on. But yeah, so that film,
The
I love it so much,
anxiety.
and it took some endurance to live it, to
the
get to see
anxiety
it.
that builds in that film when he's being when he gets that first call and she's like after the sex call and she's like, I thought you said you were a businessman. You could
dude.
take care of me, right?
Do you remember how the camera
What's the
moves in
matter?
that scene?
So freaky.
You don't even realize it's handheld. And it's one shot the whole time where she's convincing him to jerk off on the phone call, and then you're not even thinking about the camera, and then the camera gets so close to him, and he puts his hand down his pants, and the camera gets embarrassed and like jolts back quickly and like goes to a wide shot.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like you should have never been allowed to get this close to that character.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome. He's so concise in that movie. For all the 2.5 hour-ness of P.T. Anderson, that movie is 90 minutes. Its color scheme is simple. It's like its play, like just it's like the love story of it, like all of it is just so straightforward, but just like
What year did that movie come out?
Must have been
2002?
Yeah, early 2000s. One thing I
One
love
or
about
two,
that
I
movie,
bet.
just personally, because I have 7 sisters, that character also has
dude,
7
I
sisters.
think about you all the
Who are
time.
like always.
There's
like,
a specific shot
bothering
when
him.
he backs up against the what do you call that? Not an ottoman, but like the big
the glass door. He breaks the glass door with
Yeah.
the
It's right. I'm thinking of the shot right before that, where he's backing up to like the crescendo. What do you call it? It's like a
Credenza?
credenza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he backs up as such that he like all his sister's pictures are right beside him, so he like fits into the family picture. And I think of you when I think of that shot. Like, dude, I've never met a guy that is like you are Barry Egan. Man, you are the only.
I think I have far less of a sense of shame than that guy does.
We
I
don't
just
need to
don't-
get
I
into
don't
the
give a shit.
Freud of it all, but like you are one of 8.
Yeah.
You are the boy of 8.
I did think that was crazy when I saw. I was like, "Who else has 7 sisters?" This
I
guy.
have never seen that plot anywhere, and I have never seen a real man in that in ever. And you guys coexist hard.
Trying to get a grasp
Tell me
of
about
like,
Carolina. She left like a piece of furniture outside of my warehouse, or what was it?
Dude,
Like
the
a piano,
harmonium.
A piano.
But okay, so you said that. I'm a little stoned. I'll forget. So like, I want to come back to it real quick. The sound in that movie is so amazing. I think that's the last one he did with John Bryan. Because If There Will Be Blood is next, then he moved on to Johnny
Greenwood,
Greenwood
yeah.
for his score. But John Bryan does something different with
find
that
it-
score than just making the music and picking the songs. Though you talked about the tension, and I talked about how short that movie is. But John Bryan like collects the noises that are in every scene, like the scuff of a shoe on concrete, the harmonium, the unpacking of the air sac of it to go like,
yeah,
and so he collects all those sounds
Yeah.
and then he builds them into percussive movements throughout it. So it's like, and it's like it's this incredible like propulsory kinetic score that I've never seen in any other movie, and it's like I've never heard it talked about. I talk about it with my friends.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my homies love it all.
Well, I think that's a
the
great
scene
point.
where he goes into the bathroom where the tension's really building at the restaurant, where she's like, "Your sisters told me that you like kicked out a glass window," and he's like, "Did they say that? They said that, huh?" And then he goes into the bathroom and he like
Beats the
he
shit
beats
out
it
of,
up. Yeah, he
yeah.
beats up the that's what the waiter says. But they let that peak, right? For like the sound people listening to the 11 sound people loving on this podcast. But like they let it like so when he punches the the hand dryer and it's like and it's like in your ears, like him beating up that little space. That's like,
What's that song from Popeye they play in that movie?
dude, he loves me, he needs me, he needs me, he needs
That's
me.
so
When they're
good.
taking when he goes to Hawaii for the first time,
Yeah,
that's where I
yeah.
was gonna end this
needs me, he
this
needs
sound
me.
thought. The highly understated, right? It's a short movie, seemingly simple, an Adam Sandler flick. The sound and the music in that movie is A+. It's like it's beautiful, it's brilliant, and it's like nothing where you have to get like so overwhelmed in it where you like feel less than it when like when we talk about one battle after another, it's guaranteed that everybody in that conversation is going to feel less than it. Like it's 2.5 hours. There are so many shots. There are so many things. I feel like I need to see that movie 10 times before I can even like have an opinion, a real like academic or critical opinion about it. Like for now, my real take on it is like,
it was
fucking rolled! So cool in the theater!
Yeah.
It was awesome!
Yeah, so cool in the theater.
But Punch Drunk Love, like, I feel like if you like it, you can just be like, that movie was really good, right?
Right.
Like, weird that it was good, but it was really good. And you can feel comfortable in that, like, understanding of it. I think it's rare that he gives us something like that, where it's, like, digestible and you don't have to feel intimidated by the art speak of it all. Like, that was his...
Oh, yeah.
That was his simplest movie, but yet, like,
I
for
would-
me, the most
I wouldn't be
poignant-
surprised if that was the
or,
most profitable movie he had, even though it was so weird because it was
it's
kind
not
of
even on the
accessible.
list.
No, not really.
Yeah, I was gonna
There
say.
Will Be Blood did really well. Everyone's seen
that's
There Will
number
Be Blood.
2. Yeah.
Magnolia number 1.
No, number 1 is whatever. Right now, the
One
one
Battle?
after another.
Well-
they can't speak about it in profit yet, but box office revenue, number 1, One Battle After Another, number
It's
2.
not good. I mean, like, honestly, like, if your movie doesn't play well in China, it's not making a lot of money. And the way to make
I
your
have
movie
no
play
idea how
well
to
in
talk
China
about
is put a
any of that.
helmet on everyone and have, like, limited dialogue. Like, everyone's wearing a superhero helmet where you don't have to see the mouth move. And, like, that's how you make money in cinema.
When was Jim Carrey starting to do more like serious roles?
I loved
I'm gonna pee real quick, but
Eternal
is it
Sunshine.
Truman Show?
Yeah.
Which one of those?
Truman
Well, I
Show
think
was
he was
pretty
doing-
serious, yeah.
which
Truman
one was
Show,
the-
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy was...
It's weird.
Cable
It's a
Guy was
weird
like
movie.
laugh out loud funny
Yeah.
and wild, but like like Truman Show was pretty straight. The Majestic, which I didn't love, was like straight Jimmy Stewart acting,
Yeah.
and he did Eternal Sunshine, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I
film.
love that film. But
I love, you know who I love is Kirsten Dunst. I love her, like wherever she pops up, and she pops up like she had a great like young career where she was like in everything, but then she pops up in Eternal Sunshine, which is kind of after her heyday, and then she was in Melancholia, that like Lars Van Trier movie. Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
It's a depressing and disturbing watch, but it's good. And then she recently did Civil War. That movie
Interesting.
about a modern civil war.
Yeah.
Where she plays like a journalist. It's a good watch. The same guy just did this movie called like Warfare, but like I don't know if I'm really a fan of this guy. It's evidenced by I can't remember the director's name, but like Civil War was like really good.
I'm just wondering, like, because there wasn't a whole lot of people going from these like goofy, over the top, like, you know, Jim Carrey was in The Mask.
Yeah.
Like, that is the quintessential, or like even Ace Ventura is like, you couldn't get any more commercial than Ace Ventura. And then these also casted in like, you know, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or Cable Guy. So I'm wondering if that was the inspiration for Adam Sandler, or was it the other way around?
Same time.
Yeah.
That was how it happened. I think that Nick Cage, the adaptation is right around the same time as Punch Drunk
Interesting.
Love. Like that was there were cool auteurs, artistic directors thinking about that for
Okay,
sure.
who's the commercial guy we can get that's like could do a good job at it?
Well, we're talking about director. I mean, like to talk about Paul Thomas Anderson, like he's flirting that line too, right? Like we could talk about him as an artist, but like, you know, One Battle After Another, that's hundreds of millions of dollars budget. Warner Brothers, you see that's
Right.
the first bumper you see at the beginning of the movie. You know, you see that WB, like he's playing both sides of the court for sure.
It's,
you know?
yeah, and you don't
Like,
get that a lot these days, which is it's cool.
No, I don't. I mean, that's privilege.
Yeah.
That gets to like that's the I think the point I'm making of like, or I'm not making a point. I think I've been digressing from my last 5-year stance of like, fuck licorice pizza. That the privilege of it all. That,
Yeah.
That like you don't get that a lot. There's not a lot of people that get to do that.
Right.
Where they like get to be like have the critical theory books written about them at the same time as like getting Leo as their lead.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like nobody gets to hang in that realm. I mean,
I feel like those
but like,
Those directors are dying off, I feel like.
and I'm thinking about, I think about all the time, actually, like, Coppola trying to make, what's it called? Megalopolis. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. No, I don't think I know that film at all, to be honest with you.
You can't see it. It's like a flop. It's like it's his life's work. But I mean, Coppola, who could like make any, like, I mean, Coppola made The Godfather, but like nobody will produce his movies now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like make that movie, he had to like sell a portion of his winery. Like
I didn't know that. Wow.
It's not a business for anybody to be successful
Well,
as some
Megalopolis?
sort of
I
It's
didn't
not
see
as
Megalopolis.
it will never be any golden era of cinema again. Like, it is totally consumed by capitalism and has to grow at the rate in which it grows. Like,
Yeah.
how do you make a money in any living, let alone as a director? Like, film will always stand. Everybody will always watch movies. It's always going to be a business, but like, who profits from it? I'm really drifting right now, but all to say, like, yeah,
I feel like it's a lost art
somebody
form.
gave, I mean, like, to make this movie, somebody gave him a lot of money and put their production company behind it. So like, he's got clout, he's got trust, and like, it's probably because he's doing both, like what we're talking about, like that balancing of the auteur and the commercial success.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're
that's-
right, like, this is his highest grossing film, but it might not meet what it cost.
But my wife brought up a pretty good point, because I was like, it is technically losing $40 million. Like, I know people will buy copies of it, digital copies, and you'll make up a little bit of money. But she was like, but that's what, like, I don't know what studio made this movie off the top of my head, but like, that's why you make Spider-Man and Batman or whatever, to pay for real art to be made. And the real art will
The
lose
David
money.
Cross theory.
Yeah, but you've got to
Yeah.
convince the head of a studio that, like, they're
Yeah.
not the artists. Like, and P.T. Anderson has never done that. Also, like, from like a single, like, you can hear that from an artist a lot, right? Like, where I starred in Spider-Man so that I could play a role in one battle after another. Very rarely do you hear that from like the production company.
Spider-Man
But like
played
the director, P.T. Anderson never had to do that. He never had to make one to make his. Like, he never had to make one for the production studio to make one of his own.
It was kind of a different
Every-
time in Hollywood, though. Like, there
But
was...
I mean, his
people still wanted to make great films. That was like top of mind.
What are
These
we talking
days,
about,
I think
like
it's
19
like explosions that will like sell tickets in China, and like that's what makes the most money. 'Cause
Dude, when he put out
just so
Phantom
many
Thread,
people.
and I was like, what is this? Some like vintage love story about a fashion designer, and a woman falls in love with him, and he moves too fast through love in his career that she needs to slow him down by poisoning him with mushrooms? Is that what movie I just watched? And like, assuredly, yes, it was.
Right.
That was the movie that he showed to me, and I was like, this is Daniel Day-Lewis, you are amazing. I was just like, this is a phenomenal fucking film. Like,
Right.
and like, who asked for that? Who in their right mind like was like, this is what we need right now? And he nailed it. It was like a shot that he like,
He has a lot of clout, and that was a good movie. And
dude, it's so fucking
he convinced
beautiful.
people. He convinced his way into making it. You know, that's
But he did,
I'm-
right? That's the part of it that I'll never know.
yeah.
Like, he had to ask for hundreds of millions of dollars for this movie, and like, Warner Brothers gave it support. Like,
Well, Daniel Day-Lewis being on board, I don't know when he got on board, but that had to help. You know, everyone
like for
wants
that.
to see that. Daniel
Yeah, because
Day-Lewis
he's
is
retired like 9 times.
yeah.
Yeah.
His
Once.
son is
I
putting
think
out
just
a
once.
movie
No, I think
with
he's-
him in it now.
I think
His
he's
son is
retired
trying to be a
couple
director
times.
and like is making.
He
a
was at
movie with him.
Oberlin 2 years ago. Day-Lewis, his other son, graduated with
Oh,
a
really?
Yeah, a lot of celebrities'
composition
kids.
degree, and he was at the it's called the Halftime Show.
Oberlin is fancy.
It's
Oberlin has a lot of celebrities' kids that go there because it's nowhere near Hollywood. There's not a whole lot going on, so there's very little trouble they can get in.
Isn't
That's
that
why
where
a lot of them send
Lena
them.
Dunham went to Oberlin, I think.
I think
She
so.
did,
I know Danny DeVito's kid went there. Brad Pitt's kids went there. Kevin Bacon's kid went there because his kid used to be in a really shitty punk band like back in like when I owned the Davenport. So this is like 2007, 2008. And it was not the person who I thought it was. Because there was two guys in that band that looked like they could have been Kevin Bacon's kid. And then one was like a super chubby drummer. And the other one was this really tall, slender, long-haired, good-looking like guitar player. And you're like, yeah, that's Kevin Bacon's kid. And you're like,
It's a
nope.
Footloose guy,
It's
yeah.
the slothy fucking fat kid playing the fucking drums. Yeah.
Well, they're all probably 1 degree away from Kevin Bacon, so that's
That's true, yeah.
so now you're 2 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
He was like
That's pretty good.
yeah, it's so funny to see that like films today are really just kind of like so commercial to a point where it's like, who even gives a shit? Like, or
But
just
I
there's
think-
so much being thrown at us all the time.
I've given a shit about a couple of movies this year. I thought Weapons was great. I thought
Oh man,
One Battle After Another was great.
Dude, I just I made it through all of Weapons last night and fell asleep in like the last 10 minutes.
Dude, I
It
did.
wasn't even that it was boring. It was just that
We're
I
dads, yeah. Like
I-
I had to
yeah, I
watch.
started
I
a
had to
movie
watch
at- I
the end of
started a
Weapons
movie at
like 3
10.
times because I was like, for the life of me, I was like, I know I started this
well,
with 10
let's
minutes to
leave
go.
that conversation because I fell asleep.
We'll
last
have you
night
back
and
on
I'm
for
here
Weapons.
tonight.
Yeah, we'll have you back on.
I'll
for
finish
Weapons.
it tonight and then call in for a little coda. On the whole.
We'll Skype you in for
Yeah.
the next podcast.
which is possible.
That's one of the main actors in Whitest Kids You Know directed the Weapons and Barbarian. Did you see Weapons or
Oh,
Barbarian?
Barbarian was great. That's the
Yeah.
same director.
Yeah, it's like this. Like aside from Trevor Moore from Whitest Kids You Know, he probably has like the most screen time of like actors from Whitest Kids You Know.
Wow.
It's like a skit guy who just
Barbarian's awesome.
like Barbarian was that cut in Barbarian where like it goes from the Airbnb to like in Detroit to
Yeah.
like the West Coast. And
Yeah.
he's like in a convertible. You're like, what? At the end of Weapons, my thought was somebody had an idea for a motherfucking movie. That was
Right.
my thought. I was like, someone really had a good idea and like wasn't just half-at. Someone wrote a screenplay. Like it was so good.
Stop. It's weird that I haven't seen the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a weird time.
But no,
to
I mean,
not-
like even I thought this probably halfway through the movie, but like just fucking so many things. Like I don't give a shit about Star Wars or Marvel anymore. Like I probably followed Marvel to like Endgame or whatever, and like watch one movie after, and I was like, this sucks. But like they're putting people in and playing with really expensive IP, like intellectual property.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the screenwriter or someone in between doesn't really seem to even be interested in this. Because I'm watching it as like a viewer. I'm like, I could literally play with these toys and like come up with a better idea than what you did. And you were
Right.
getting paid handsomely to do it. I'm like, you're just not interested? Fuck you.
Right.
That's how I feel about a lot of movies. Like, no one was even invested in making this movie.
No, everyone's just getting paid.
Yeah.
I just have this question. I hope I ask it right. You guys both make art or like you're expressive creatively.
Not for money, but yes.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm
When
explicitly
you
unpaid
watch
artist.
it, we're talking about movies now, but like when you watch an art, when you listen to something, do you like think about if you could make it? Like the thing that you're viewing, are you like, I could do this or I couldn't? Like I think there's a really like, oh shit, that's my dad would say that about like when you show him an abstract expressionist painting of like, and they're like, I could do that, and be like, yeah, dad, but you didn't.
That's what
Right.
That's not
Rudy
how I mean
Giuliani
this.
had
I'm like,
that famous quote where he's like, "If I could make it, it's not art." Yeah.
the way that I mean it is like you. I guess we're already talking about it. Like you bring all this capital into the conversation of like, sure, it's great art, but it costs this much money. It required this much clout. Like
The
I'm
money,
trying to think
the real
about like how
spark is in the idea, though.
how
you
pure
know?
the viewing. Like
It doesn't matter if you give me $300 million if I have a shitty idea.
you
it's
still
not gonna
think
be
that
good.
like
Yeah.
you.
I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, if I had a shitty idea. But sometimes if I think I had a great idea,
No, but I
I'm
mean,
like,
you
yeah,
still
maybe.
think like that spark, like the reason it's good. It's like it's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, that's... You get a bonus weekend of Cinemax or HBO and you get to see Magnolia. Like, I don't know about film criticism. I don't even know how to, like, make anything like that. I don't know how to... I don't know what an ensemble cast is. I just watch something and I'm like, oh, my God, this
just gotta sit down
changed the way I see things, pretty much. Like this, like... this affects my worldview. I didn't have those words then, but
When I
like,
started playing
I
guitar,
was fundamentally shifted.
I was playing power chords, just like literally, like not even power chords, just like 2 strings at a time, and that like 2 frets up here, you know.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
it was so like caveman, like painting in a cave. And then what I ended up doing, you know, 20 years later, I never could have imagined doing that. So practice makes perfect, you know. How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
I think I watch everything now, though, critically. I think everything of, like, oh, that's what it took to make that. I just don't know that I can, like, relive that pure state of watching. But, like, I think I watch everything now. Not as the, like, I could have made that. I don't think about it shitty at all. I think about how it's made.
I know.
Right.
I think about the money.
How they accomplished
With
that
movies,
scene
with
and why
movies,
they did it that
absolutely
way.
no. Yeah. With the movies, am I ever like I could have done that? No, I don't have any expertise.
I don't think about it as much with music. With records,
music,
I
I'm
think,
like sometimes I think I could have sung that better than that guy.
maybe I think about it less.
I don't even think about it in those terms as so much as like, okay, how did they accomplish this? That's what I kind of like, okay, what can I learn from watching this scene, or what could I learn from listening to this music, or what could I derive from this guy's stand-up bit or whatever. So you take those ideas and then I go, okay, how did they accomplish to make that? And that's not necessarily thinking, I can do that so much as like, I want to know how they did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of, to be honest with you, it's ruined a lot of entertainment for me. It really has. It sucks because I can't just sit there and enjoy it.
It's the red pill of it all. That's
Right.
like that. Yeah, I mean, you do it. I'll talk to any student about that in my class, and I'm like, this is what we're talking about now. This is a shift in how we watch everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like the best way to learn if you're teaching anything about media art, the best way is just to say, like, apply these topics to your, like, when you go home and you check out tonight. Mm-hmm. It's great homework that's, like, passive. You don't need to do anything. Just think about it. Like, we just talked about a 2-camera setup for a scene.
Right.
Watch your schlock TV and think about it. It's
Right.
there. This is, like,
Why did they place
But
those
then
2
as
cameras
that-
where they were? What was the benefit of those 2 angles? And
As
having
it-
to get the lighting for 2 cameras?
as it flowers, you can never go back to, like, up too late as a 12-year-old seeing the frogs fall out of the sky and
I
fuck
know.
with the cinematic reality of Magnolia. Like, it doesn't. But that's fine. I didn't mean to even make it that romantic. I was just like, there are definitely scenes in what are we talking about? One Battle After Another that will be cinematic, like new cinema history. There's a road scene at the end.
When he gets out of the hospital and like you see the car on the ground with Benicio del Toro.
Oh, yeah.
And he starts coming down. So cool.
The way that the road is shot in that has never been done.
Surprise when she smartly like gets out of the car.
The running
Such a
scene
good
in,
idea.
what is it, 1917? Is that
Oh yeah.
insane?
World War One.
Yeah,
film,
it's insane. That whole shot is fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't know a lot about how they shot it that way. I know it's
I
like
think there were a lot of mistakes that made it onto the film. Though.
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say,
9
it
Inch
seems
Nails
like all
show
one
that we
shot.
were at, that
Yeah.
was one
Did you go to
camera
that?
person.
But
You go to Nine Inch Nails at the Quicken Loans Arena,
We
Rocket
got that
Mortgage
show?
Fieldhouse.
no,
Romo Fija.
Dude, they I mean, the coolest part about that tour was it was like so high tech. You know what I mean? You were like at a show. It was a fucking spectacle.
yeah,
But they moved from like picture you're in Rocket Arena, you picture in any hockey arena, so you see behind the goal, that's where the main stage is. But then it's center ice, center court, there's this like other stage that they did like more electronic dance shit on.
Oh,
so
that's
the rock
cool.
shit on the stage, but they had to move in between, right? And in an arena, that's like, you just assume the energy's gonna die.
right.
But by limiting the crowd's exposure of the big screen to one camera person, they like kept that energy alive, because that one camera person had to run to follow them as they traversed from that stage to this stage.
Yeah.
When a
they
solo
had two
came out,
stages. It was crazy.
he had to move from like the regular trench shot to the keyboard solo.
Wow.
And
It was a very immersive experience.
But in watching that,
Yeah.
you were the energy of that person. That we have grown as a people to see like camera work like that. To be like, we can imagine ourselves as the camera person.
Yeah.
Like, we understand the agility. Mm-hmm. And that dude legit shot for the 2-hour show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, he moved everywhere. He was as on point with his marks on the dot, hit every light cue.
He was
like, just
almost
like the
an
musician.
instrument. Yeah.
Nine Inch Nails
100%.
was a great show. That was great. It was so much
I don't
better
even
than
know how we
I
got
saw
there,
Matt
but
Blossom a
we're
couple
talking.
years ago, but like that was such a good show.
Oh, yeah.
I personally had a
skipped
seat where I couldn't really see the screen that well, but I got the vibes.
But
I was
they-
like off to the side.
The point was
Got
like,
the cheap seats.
how people accomplish these insane shots
that was
and insane like a high production value of like now this is a new standard. It's kind of like as played out as it is now, but even when the Matrix came out, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's like Matrix's top whatever number theatrical experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how you guys saw The Matrix, but that movie was like, I never saw anything like this.
I
Yeah.
saw it on like a bulbous 1960s screen for the first time.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like not a good screen at all, but it still looked awesome.
I got on top of my
On a
seat.
DVD player,
I got like
my old
I
TV.
I stood up and like put my feet up on my movie seat. I got both up on and I was like this on the edge, literal edge, watching Matrix. It was so fucking sweet. I
Yeah.
never saw action like that in my life.
Those two
My mom,
sequels are such a
grew up, my
bummer.
mom worked at a movie store, and anything that ended up in the bargain bin I could have for free.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I had, like, growing up, a wall behind us that size plus shelf of just VHSs. I saw every Faces of Death well before I should have.
Wow.
Just like the collection. Because what ends
That's
up in the
all
bargain
Twitter
bin
is
is
now.
the shit
Just
that people
Faces of
ain't
Death.
touching. You know what I mean? So, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I had that 1 through 8, of course. And someone's like, I never saw 1. And I'm like, yeah, because you end up see a lot of horror.
All right, let's pull this back in. We got Punch Drunk Love at number 1. What's number 2?
Oh, man.
PTA. Number 2, PTA. There Will Be Blood.
Shit, fuck it. You caught me an hour later. I would say Boogie Nights or...
Just go with your instinct here.
Yeah, I would say Boogie Night, but hold on, I think I would say Boogie Nights or One Battle After Another.
Okay.
I'm so psyched on that movie that it's
just because
like,
it's new,
high-ranking.
let's put One Battle at number 3. So we have Punch Drunk Love, Boogie Nights, One Battle After Another. What's number 4? There Will Be Blood? Or...
I don't... No, number 2 or 3 is There Will Be Blood. Wait, what did I...
So I'm just ranking it for you because you're
Right.
indecisive. So
But
I'm saying
one-
Punch Drunk Love.
Yes.
Then we're saying...
Oh, yeah, Boogie Nights or...
Boogie Nights.
Or, yeah.
So we'll just because
And
it's
now
older...
I don't know whether to do
because
There Will
it's
Be
older,
Blood or...
we'll say...
And now I don't... And I got 2 more, and I don't know which order There Will Be Blood or The Master.
Yeah, I think that is the top 5, though.
Yeah.
I would say There Will Be Blood goes 4 and Master goes 5.
I mean, it doesn't have to be in any
Six,
particular order.
Yeah. Well, it's in top 5.
Yeah. I entered it. I asked
Yeah.
for it.
All right, so let's say Phantom Thread is good, but
It just... Fuck it. I could put that at 10, and it could just float on its own as this, like, magical being that never existed within a
I'm just
ranking
gonna guess
system.
that Heart 8 is the best and put that at number 1. But I've never seen it, so
You're fucking around. A little playing the role of the trickster.
We have any social medias to plug this week?
well, we got to talk about One Battle real quick.
Oh, okay.
So overall, One Battle After Another was really impactful. I saw someone say it was like the perfect time for it to come out. Box office wise, I actually think it's like the worst time for it to come out.
Politically, it's the worst time too.
Right? Yeah.
He wrote.
That's why.
he
But they
wrote-
meant like the
He wrote his most political film.
15 years ago.
Well, I would no. I would. I was.
I
Gonna
think he
say,
updated
I was
it,
gonna
but
say
it's
he
been
wrote
15
his
years in
most
the
political
making.
film. Okay. he pitched it and started shooting at Biden, and it came out Trump. And the prophecies in which the movie like highlights are more exaggerated now. I'm putting it simply. I don't know.
Sean Penn was kind of chewing up the scenery. Everyone loves Sean Penn's like depiction in
But
this
they
movie.
shot that at Biden, right?
Yeah.
Biden's president when Sean
probably.
Penn's shooting.
But I mean, it was always like, you know, it was always kind of maybe Trump based, I guess. But
Of course, Trump had already been president for 4
yeah,
years.
yeah, of course.
I'm just saying it like comes out. Okay, so I mean, there's the heaviest shit. I would say the biggest criticism of the movie, but like both, right? I mean, like the immigration enforcement. That is contempt. I mean, okay, so you have its older literary sources, how he's developed it since you could bring in any generation of immigrants.
But
We've
here's the
never
thing.
been friendly.
You're
to
sort of
immigrants.
agreeing with Bret Easton Ellis here, the author of like Less Than Zero, Glamorama, and like American Psycho. He came out and was like, "Oh, this is like just like political, like
No,
leftism."
I'm not.
But I kind of disagree with
Wait,
Bret
I
Easton
wasn't-
Ellis because he was like, I think the ideas for this movie go back way further, and it's not reactionary political
course.
filmmaking.
No,
I think Brett is wrong when he says that.
I didn't know that he said that, and my point is something different, but I lost my point anyway.
But no, I mean, like, I think the movie was like, as opposed to this one journalist saying it was like the perfect time, I think it was the worst time. In spite of that, though, the lovability of the characters, mostly Benicio del Toro's sensei character, unbelievably lovable. Like you love everyone in this film, even though it might not be the perfect place to put it in time.
Yeah.
And it, like, because of that, like, I'm like, yeah, this is the worst time for this movie to come out. However, these characters are fantastic.
Yeah, my gut reaction
The
to
energy
watching
was
that
so good.
film was like, this is the best movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the theater at the time, leaving it, the energy of it,
Yeah.
the
watchability.
Totally, yeah, the watchability.
No effort whatsoever. Just put it on. You're going to love it.
Everybody, like I loved watching it. I knew it was like, I knew I was having fun while it was happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there was like enough for me to like stop and say like, this is really great. Like, this is so cool. I'm happy right now. This is like, I feel like every part of my day is tinged with some sort of pressure, stress, or sadness right now. And I did not feel that in the movie. I was genuinely excited. I was transported.
Was it genuinely a left-leaning film, or was it like just kind of holding the beer up to like how both parties are?
I would say that a huge argument would be that it like didn't take a stance. Like it was
almost satirizing like an Antifa
That was the
thing,
point that I was trying
but
to
it
get
was
at.
also
is
like,
that it was his most political
anyone
film.
can enjoy it. Yeah,
it was his most political film, but it was purely for cinematic use.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't.
Interesting.
He doesn't say like this is the right thing to do.
Right.
But like.
Does it? I feel like
I think it's left leaning, but nobody's gonna. It was centrist enough. Like, I mean, people are gonna bring out the racial inequities. People are gonna bring out the.
You would love it because at the one point, like this like fucking like badass like Native American guy who's been like sort of playing along with Sean Penn's character. He Sean Penn orders him to like execute a prisoner that he's not willing to execute, and he's like, "We'll take him to this like white supremacy house. They'll take care of it." And
the driver.
what's that?
The driver.
Yeah, the driver, that Native American guy, like the old Native American guy.
Yeah,
And he like drives. He drives the prisoner over there. And this guy with this like forehead tattoo that says like supremacy or whatever. And he's like, "All right, what's up, chief? Fuck you." And he like leaves the girl with him, and then he like drives away, and he just has second thoughts for a minute. He's like, "No, I'm gonna go save that prisoner." And he comes back and he's like, "What you doing here, Chief? That firewater's got you all fucked up." And then, like, before he's even done with his sentence, his head is just gone. He's
Holy
blue as
shit.
hell. And then he just like goes into like massacres
That's
the rest
awesome.
of the guys.
It's
You'd love it. You'd love
but
it.
it's P.T. Anderson's first action movie.
Yeah.
Like, that's so sick. If we're talking genres, like, this is an action adventure movie,
Yeah.
and it's viewed in that vein of the medium. Like, it's so fucking sick. The energy is awesome. You're like, you're always up front. It's nothing is like passive about that movie. It's barely a chance to catch your breath if you're like really if you're an active watcher, if you like it.
Because it's my problem with a lot of political films is that it's
That'll
very
be the
one
last-
side or the
That'll
other.
be the last thing on your mind.
That's great.
But
Because like,
leaving it, you'll be like, shit, it was so present that should I have been thinking. It's going to be like, it'll be the bittersweet taste in your mouth after it. Like, it had, like, I agree with every argument of, like, this is where you missed the mark. Mm-hmm. Of, like, but, like, there is he was making a fucking movie, y'all.
yeah.
Like, you have no idea. You have no idea about the production, the years that this takes.
I think it took about
How
15
many years
years.
ago did this story even start? And you're going to, like, compare it to, like, the Tuesday news report.
Right,
and you watch
right.
this movie on Wednesday.
That's what Bret
and
Easton
you
Ellis
wanna-
did, and you're like, no, this isn't Entertainment
He's
Tonight.
smarter than that. Fuck him for
Brett,
doing that.
Brett,
I mean,
no, Brett these days is a bit off the mark. He's a bit like
he has to be.
he's lost in the sauce, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that then. That's, I guess my real advice is that's a silly way to see it. Fucking check your current events at the door. Go in
Exactly,
expecting to
exactly.
see a really cool fucking movie.
Go see
And you will be surprised at what it actually conjures inside you as far as, like, your political understanding is right now. Like, I think
Right.
if you check that, watch a movie, it's actually gonna, like, activate some pretty cool thoughts.
Yeah, go see Julius Caesar by Shakespeare, and you might be reminded of your current environment. That's how you should go into it, you know.
Dude, my
You
current
might watch a
environment,
movie about gladiators and
was
be
dad.
like, yeah, you know.
My current environment was dad. Mine wasn't even the, like, how are you treating immigration reform this? Like, two revolutionaries have a baby, and a black female mother is, like,
What do you think? She walks away.
makes unexpected turns as what you would anticipate as a maternal character. And
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio as a father figure that I could give a shit about based on, like, him as a human being makes really interesting turns within that too.
So
And then there's this baby that you see the whole arc of her life. And all of that exists from, like, a
Wow.
paternal view.
So we see
this.
this baby, and the baby is born, and then one night Leo's just like holding the baby, and then he turns to see his wife, who's like all suited up in her like riot gear or like her like battle gear,
Yeah, she's going
and
out
he's
tonight.
like, "Don't do this. What are you doing? We have a baby." And she's like, "I'm
That's the
going
scene.
out."
That's
and
the
one thing
most-
I was questioning in that scene, like, what was that? Was that like pure like revolutionary like fervor where she was like nothing was going to stop her, or was that like a postpartum moment of like mania where she like wasn't making the right decision? I couldn't really come down on that,
Dude,
what that was, which is fine in a film, you know.
But you just named both aspects of that. Mm-hmm. You just named both. Mm-hmm. Like,
Right.
you
Probably
saw both.
probably both, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a duplicity to that. And but what you just, like, this is so sweet. All right, like, we're going into our last phase of editing this movie. This is all I'm thinking about is, can you achieve two emotions within singular scenes or singular
Definitely,
shots?
yeah.
You just brought up something as, like, not a fault, but how did you bring it up? You brought it up as that you, like,
I
expect...
have empathy for both.
But hold on
you
one
know?
sec.
If you're committed to your cause,
you were
or if
asking-
you're having like a postpartum
Right, but
mania
you were
emotion,
like,
which
which
is
one
totally,
was this supposed to be?
Yeah.
But you knew both should exist. How do you make a viewer be comfortable with the fact that they just witnessed both And that's a comfortable takeaway from that scene.
Or the third caveat of they care about so much about their daughter that they're willing to go out and fight for America that they want them to live in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my revolutionary
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you make the viewer comfortable in those thoughts? And because you were challenging it, right? You were, or like yours was like, not critical, but what's the word? You were like, I couldn't tell what he was going for here. Mm-hmm. But like,
No, I wouldn't say critical. I just wonder, really, like, what was it? You know?
but what if his?
Because like Leo seems concerned, but Leo's kind of like kind of like he's
Sure.
not really like the hero of the film. You know what I mean?
He's the I mean, yeah, anti-hero,
but like he's like kind of pathetic the whole time. Even her mother in the beginning of the film is like, "You're not suitable for my daughter. She's a runner and you're a stone."
But
She's
it's like, how did PTS? How did PTA like handle maternity, or like within his whole plot line? Like,
well, she's
how did he
definitely
handle
the
mother? But he
alpha.
gave
She's
it
definitely
that-
the alpha when it
he
comes
gave
to
it
like
that one scene.
Leo or her. She's definitely like the more badass.
Imagine
person
these
there.
two characters in your life currently.
Oh, dude, it was. I
You're
don't
going
have to
to
imagine.
side with probably Leonardo's character because of the fact he seems like he's the more
responsible.
responsible.
One at that point,
He's got a child to take care of.
But I know.
And you
me.
want to go to like fight ice or whatever.
Right.
I'm the Leo in that scene, and I know me, and like,
A lot of us are the Leo, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
With
Like,
her, I side with her in that
Sure.
scene, but that duplicity.
But then she gets
exists.
jammed up in the next scene, you know.
jammed
up
Yeah,
and
then
gets,
she's a
and
fucking.
then she gets everyone
she's a
killed.
fucking narc.
She
man.
gets everyone killed because she was going to get killed
She-
otherwise.
like,
yeah.
okay,
because she
her-
gets caught going out doing
The
her
question
thing.
of his treatment of the women in this film I can narrow down the. This is too deep.
I did it too.
We're
Getting
too
rowdy
deep, we're
over
too
here.
specific into it. I
Yeah.
think. Right? I don't know.
No, yeah, go on.
That's the mother scene, but like him
Mm-hmm.
is like. There's other arguments to be had about. I mean. That's it. Yeah.
I think another thought I had about the
Cut that,
a
edit
narrative of the film was like someone mentioned like Les Mis, and I was like, that totally is true. About
Tracks.
you got like
Yeah.
a general who's hunting you. I've hunted you across the years, Jean Valjean, and like it goes from like beginning scene where like Jean Valjean and the other guy from Les Mis are like going at it in the beginning. Then years later, with a daughter again involved. Years later, he's back after Jean Valjean and trying to catch him again. Also, I saw like a New Hope Star Wars like analogies. I was like, the daughter is like Luke Skywalker,
That's funny.
kind of similar.
But like, I guess that's a perspective of somebody who doesn't have a kid, who
also like the daughter ends up being Darth Vader's daughter in the end. You know, like I am. There was literally like I am
yeah.
your father scene like from Star Wars.
Wow.
Like,
That's funny.
yeah, that's not something I would ever encounter as a single guy, no kids. Like, I could go and protest the shit out of something, and with no consequence to anyone other than myself.
yeah.
But to think that your dynamic is different because now you have a child to care for, and a child you have to keep alive, and it's going to be really hard to fucking do that behind bars.
But why does
Yeah,
she
and you
have
spend,
the kid
You spend
in the
most
first
of the
place?
baby. You spend most of the baby. Wait, let me try to finish the sentence as I talked up. You spend most of the baby
Most of the movie.
where Leo doesn't have the movie and wants to find the movie.
Well, why? Another question about character motivation is like,
You know
why
what I
did
meant
she?
to
Yes.
say though, right?
Yeah. But why did she have the baby in the first place? Because she obviously knew it was like the general's kid, not like Leo's kid.
No, she didn't. She didn't.
You think she didn't
necessarily.
know that?
I think the intro to the movie
Like, why was
portrayed
there-
that she had sex with Leo enough all the time.
It seemed like in the sex scene with Sean Penn that it was like she stuck a gun up his ass or something like that. Like I wouldn't even.
I don't know. I'm not
Like
ready.
that, like literally,
did.
the cinematographer is like she's like running down his back with like a gun,
She
and then
stuck
he's
a
like,
gun up his
then
ass.
he's like, ugh.
100%.
And then it ends up like he fathered a child that night. It doesn't seem like you would like if you were like hate fucking this guy with a gun up his ass. Why would you
that little,
let him come inside of you?
sight thing is what hits your G spot.
But like it
the DNA
didn't
test
really
of it
make
all.
that much sense that like he would have ended up like coming inside
This
of
is
her that
wait,
night.
but is this too
know?
much? Like, is this
Yeah,
all
yeah.
like no? Maybe
Yeah, it
like
is too
this is this is what do you call it? We're ruining the plot right now, right?
Oh,
This
we're
movie
spoiling
has-
it, yeah.
This spoilers.
Uh,
that's it.
When we put this on YouTube or whatever, just say spoilers. You know.
Yeah, I'll put
Well, I'm
spoilers.
spoiling it for
Yeah.
you, but I told you to go see the movie, and I have a kid, and I had to go at like 10 o'clock at night to go see this movie while I was exhausted.
Sure, there were.
And I went to go see it, and you didn't.
That's true.
I went with
So-
my
I have
friend
not
Andy,
seen this
and
Guess what? It's
I
spoiled
saw
for
it, we were.
I don't
I
know
love
what I
you.
was doing.
I love you so much.
I
Thank
love
you
you
for
too.
hosting that.
There was another set of two dudes in the theater. They were the only other ones. We saw them at like while we were getting our tickets, and they came in.
Oh
They
shit!
stumbled into the theater, just like fucking wasted, young 20s. Walked up and they were like, "Is there a movie playing tonight?" And they were like, "Yeah," and like they got tickets to that movie. He left the theater to throw up in the bathroom. I didn't learn until later, but he came back to the theater, threw up in the theater, which I learned during, of course, like the viewing experience. And then like when I went to pee after the movie was over, the damage he had done to the bathroom was like
Substantial.
irreparable. Like,
Wow.
rude. It segued stalls.
Wow.
Did you see this
Okay,
at Silver
there's
Spot?
room in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Same
saw it.
spot.
I saw it there too. There's this
Yeah.
theater in Orange, which
It's
sounds
great.
like a foreign country when you're from the West Side. But like,
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
have you been there?
It's
Yeah.
such a good
You get like a
theater.
Yeah.
burger, some truffle fries. That's what I got. It's like $15 for like a burger and truffle fries.
Every time
Like you knock out your dinner obligation.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie you need
Yeah,
to
it's
see.
just
you're
back.
good.
It's just like past Pepper Pike,
I
right?
worked
Yeah,
at
yeah, exactly.
growing in high school, I worked at dinner and a movie joint too.
Mm-hmm.
We had color-coded candles that each
Oh,
of the
that's
guests held,
really
and
cool.
You knew which, like, you had the matching candle on your delivery tray, and you knew which one to get it to. That's how I saw it, like, every movie after my mom's. I've been fucking connected to movies my whole life. It's the
That's
best.
awesome.
They're the best.
We should end it
Best
there.
Media.
Yeah.
That's a positive note to
Fucking
end on.
movie.
We love movies.
Yes.
Go see One Battle After Another. I think it's out on digital.
Yeah. Now I have to watch this movie.
See, download the
dude, you'll
library
love it.
app and go see.
So exciting.
We Will Speak, an amazing movie about the Cherokee language that Jacob was heavily involved in. and
Sean Michael
created.
Kelly.
Sean Michael Kelly. That's a Cherokee name, I believe.
Single name. it's the creator of that.
You know
that
what a
film.
great Native American name is? Jeremy Demery.
Jeremy
Yeah. You can follow me at Instagram on Jeremy_Demery, GHERAMY_Demery, DMERY. So make sure to follow my Instagram and figure out where I'm going to be at next, comedy-wise.
I'm Joe Penzvalto. I have spicy takes, so I don't want you looking at my Instagram because it's pictures of my baby, and you might not like me. So watch this podcast.
You got anything to plug?
No.
All right.
I scared him. I scared him about the ops.
No.